Holy crap, how many giant buckets of liquid are you going to carry, Fester?
Glad you asked.
Glad you asked.
All right. I got two today. This one is my Bucky's tumbler.
Oh, jeez.
If you've noticed, I have filled it with ice.
Oh, my, yeah, it is.
Right.
Where do you get the ice?
At home.
Okay.
Because there's no ice here.
But wait a sec. The cap is not on because the ice is exceeding the capacity. So how'd you not spill that all over the place? Do you have a cup holder in your car that's big enough to hold that bucket?
Again, I'm glad you asked.
Is that the tapered bottom?
Yes, little tapered bottom.
The tapered bottom.
Yes, so the
Yes,
2010...
the phenomenal invention, the patented tapered bottom.
The 2010 Cadillac DTS does have cup holders.
It does have cup
large
holders.
enough.
Okay.
So this is for ice, and it has water in it.
Yeah, right.
Then this one is for the iced coffee that I'm going to make with this ice and our company coffee during the first commercial break.
All right.
Because I had a long night last night.
Yeah, I got some kind of an email from you saying fat chance on getting any kind of show prep from you last night that you were, where were you going?
Last night, one of my favorite bands of all time came to Tampa.
And
I went.
Who was that?
REO Speedwagon.
REO Speedwagon, were they at the Amp?
Yeah.
Really?
The REO,
Wow.
They were great.
Take it on the run, baby.
Take it on the run.
I can't fight this feeling anymore. Dun, 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 dun.
You know,
That's the cold fade end right there.
for somebody who wasn't rocking in the early to mid 80s, you may not have an appreciation for exactly how many hits they have.
They had a lot of hits.
I know.
I know they did. So did they do I Can't Fight This Feeling?
They did them all.
All right.
All the hits.
And Andrew knows this kind of crap.
Yes.
Andrew, what percentage of REO Speedwagon is original? Because, man, you've got some of these bands out there that, like, only the guitar tuning roadie is the original dude in the band. Everyone else is like a replacement name.
So the dude went over it.
Oh, really?
The lead singer kind of went over it.
Oh, so like Truth in 80s band touring?
Yes.
Wow. All right. So it's like Truth in advertising. All right. So who was original and who did they just hire last week from Facebook?
Okay, so
like Facebook Marketplace. Yeah, we need a bass player.
the band started
Yeah.
like in the late 60s. But
Okay.
the lead singer who sang all the hits,
Right.
Kevin Cronin, he joined like in 71.
Okay.
So he wasn't an original member.
That's all right. But they didn't.
But he sang the hits.
They didn't have their really memorable stuff until the late 70s, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, 81, I think, is when they really exploded with High Infidelity. But
What?
the album was called High Infidelity.
I didn't know that. All right,
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
okay.
Sorry,
So-
I don't know all the REO Speedwagon albums.
Which is why you didn't go to the concert last night, and I did.
Right.
But
I had no idea you were some kind of crazed, wacko REO Speedwagon fan.
you know what? It's all because of one song. One song.
One song.
One REO Speedwagon song is why I went to the concert. All the songs were great, and they weren't even the headliner.
Who's the headliner?
Train.
Oh, Train.
Yeah.
Oh my God. We were at dinner last night because it was Khloe's 23rd birthday yesterday. By the way, there's an awesome picture of Khloe at dinner. We snapped a photo of Khloe I'll get into this later on, but if you want to get an early jump, it's the last post on my Instagram, Certified MJ Radio. Certified MJ Radio on Instagram. If you don't follow, give me a follow and take a look at Khloe in all of her 23 years of glory, just sitting at the table at the restaurant. It's a very nice portrait-style photo that you can check out. And but what I was going to bring up was the conversation at dinner. I don't know how it came up, but Michelle said one of the greatest concerts she ever saw was at the amphitheater, and it was Maroon 5 and train. And and if you remember, do you remember that the Maroon 5 dude, Adam Levine, right?
Yeah.
He came into our studio at the old station.
That's right.
When we used to do mornings for 18 years on the old radio station. He came in one morning and sat in with us for like an hour. And then Michelle and a bunch of her friends, they went to the concert later that night. And Michelle's like, one of the greatest concerts, having Maroon 5 and Train at the same venue, same night. And then Khloe chimes in at 23, and Khloe's like, oh, man, that's two amazing bands, Train and Maroon 5. And Khloe's like, all supportive of Michelle's greatest concert, hype job. All right, so you're at the REO Speedwagon,
right.
and
the one song that drew me to the concert.
That's right.
You want to guess? I mean, it's not their biggest hit, but I guess it's my favorite song that they have. And I was like, if I'm going to see these guys before they kick the bucket, because the lead singer is 72. He brought it up. He goes, I'm 72 years old. I've been doing this since 1971.
Time for me to fly.
Time for me to fly.
Really?
That's it.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's the song.
Really? You know what? That's funny you brought that up.
That's my favorite song that REO Speedwagon has.
Hey, Andrew, bring that song up for me. You know what? I had this idea because it's a really good song. And after we were kind of coming out of COVID, COVID just brought the planet to a screeching halt for a time. And, of course, air travel was just a mess. Air travel just, stalled to a halt. And when we started to, kind of get the gears going again and air travel was coming back, I said to myself, you know what? That would be a great song for like one of the airlines to use that, hey, we're back. Time for me. Hey, bring up the hook. Would you please? Here we go. Do you have the hook? Can you Andrew, try to go to the hook. Yeah. So I have this idea. My God, it's kind of an emotional sounding song. Time for me to fly. And if like Delta, for instance, or American or United, Southwest, hey, we've really been hit hard with COVID, but it's time to get back, America. Time for me to fly. And then I thought about, maybe not a good idea because it's about a really destructive relationship. And it's... time for me to fly. I mean, right, isn't the song about time for him to fly out the door and get out of this lousy, horrific, toxic, ass-dragging relationship, right?
I have to tell you.
Hey, go back to the hook a little bit more there, Andrew. Just take it back. Yeah.
It was great. They sang all the hits.
Time for me to... I believe it's time for me. No, go back to the lead up.
As abusive as he wasn't feeling it was reciprocated.
Right. So he wanted to get out of the relationship, and then my great idea of an airline using REO Speedwagon's Time for Me to Fly, that we're getting back to flying after COVID, suddenly became a lousy idea.
So anyway, I was out rocking until about midnight last night. So
right. So that's why I got no show prep from you last night.
I warned you, but I brought an extra cup in.
And then the night before, I get an email from Roxanne saying, ooh, sorry, no show prep. And I'm like, oh, what if I decided? You know what? No show prep from me.
Hey, guess what? Andrew sent you 25 articles. I said to Andrew, how many articles did you send to MJ today? I knew he was at jury duty. Yeah. He said 25, and I go, you know what? I'm good. He can do without.
But 19 of them sucked.
No, I looked at him. Not true.
I'm kidding. Oh, we didn't talk about Andrew's jury duty. We
never did.
Yeah, we were all jammed up yesterday. All right, hold on. Just getting started. It is the MJ Morning Show on Q105. The inflation smash is on the way at 8 o'clock. Your chance to win up to $1,000. First, Pat in traffic.
First crash.
MJ Morning Show on Q105. Little Mariah Carey. Whenever Mariah Carey comes up in conversation, and it's very frequent in my house, Michelle always reminds me of the Mariah Carey little meet and greet that I had. Oh, Richie T. Yeah, Columbia Records representative Richie T. Andrew, you remember Richie T, right?
Sure do.
Yeah, Richie T was the record rep for Columbia Records, and Michelle and I were invited. I'm trying to remember. Was I in West Palm before I came to the Power Pig, or was I at the Power Pig? We were invited to Miami, and I think back then it was like the American Airlines Center or something? It was back in the early 90s. Probably it was either 93, 94, 95. I might have already been in Tampa. Michelle would remember. And we were invited to go to this Mariah Carey concert, and we had a special meet and greet, a little backstage meet and greet with Mariah Carey. And we went to Joe's Stone Crab. You ever been there?
I have not.
It's good.
Yeah, so and that's the place where you got to like slip the. I've never had my own reservation there. I've never gone on my own. I've only been to Joe's Stone Crab once, and it was a free record dinner, paid for by Columbia Records. And man, did I blow through those colossals. Those big colossal jumbo, colossal stone crab claws. And man, I must have eaten $7,000 worth of stone crab claws that night.
He's like, just keep playing Mariah.
So we had it.
Did you dip them in the mustard sauce?
You know what? I'm a purist.
You're more of a butter guy?
No. I'm a purist. I like the. I don't want to. What do I want to screw with the natural stone crab flavor by dipping it in some flavor destroying condiment?
It's the best.
I want the natural. I want to taste the actual crab meat. I don't want it all dipped in freaking French's mustard or whatever the hell that crap is.
I want to paint my body with that mustard. It's so good.
What?
So I can just eat it later. That's how delicious it is.
Why do you want to mask the flavor of the? Hold on a second. I think is Michelle. My phone is buzzing.
Yeah, buzzing.
Michelle might be listening. Hang on a sec. There's a really funny. Oh yeah, Michelle. Hang on a sec. Michelle's up. She's texting me. Hang on. Calling Michelle, who apparently is up at 6:25 in the morning here on a Wednesday morning. She'll remember some of the details I've forgotten.
Hello.
All right, so clearly you're listening to the early portion of the MJ Morning Show. My lovely wife, Michelle.
Yes, I am.
On the bedside landline. I think we have the only remaining landline in South Tampa.
Probably.
But it sounds so good. A landline just sounds great compared to, sometimes the cell phone quality sucks.
I really can't tell the difference.
What?
I really can't tell the difference.
What are you talking about?
Nobody else can tell the difference, just you.
All right, so what do you remember about our Mariah Carey meeting with Richie T, the Columbia Records rep?
Do not speak to her. Do not say one word. You will stand next to her. You will take a picture. You will smile, take a picture, and that is it.
Seriously, that's the Mariah Carey story. Were we in West Palm, or were we already in
We were in West Palm, and we went to Joe's Stone Crab before Janet Jackson.
I've
John Bulos.
So with Bulos Gali,
yep.
We went to, that was Janet Jackson. Okay,
yeah.
So where was Mariah Carey? Was that also in Miami?
Yeah. I don't know where we saw her, but we were in West Palm then.
All right, so we were still at 95.5 OVV in West Palm, because I was there for about a year and a half, and then that's when the Power Pig offered me the job, and that was the beginning of the MJ and BJ Morning Show. So it would have been probably 1993, and we went to see Mariah Carey. It must have been in Miami, and we were told we had a special meet and greet with Mariah Carey. Yeah, we were told, do it again, Michelle. Repeat the instructions.
Do not speak to her at all. Don't even say hello. Don't say anything.
And what did I do?
You will simply stand next to her, take your picture, and then she will move on to the next.
And did I follow those instructions?
You did.
Did I?
Amazingly. You
Hold
did.
on, really?
Yes.
And we have a picture. I've got a photo. I've got we still have the photo of me standing next to Mariah Carey, where I was I told not to make direct eye contact as well?
Yes.
Don't make direct eye contact and don't speak to her. Just you walk up, you stand next to her, and keep in mind, I think was I the program director at that point?
Yes. I think so.
All right, so I was the morning guy and I was the program director of 95.5 WOVV in West Palm Beach, and I was told, do not speak with her, do not make eye contact, stand next to her for 4 seconds, get a picture, and that's it. That was the extent of my time with Mariah Carey. Now, Michelle, Andrew just said in my ear, oh yeah, she's no diva. And then, Michelle, what is the other famous meet and greet where I did not follow instructions?
Will Smith.
Will Smith.
All right, this is a funny story. All right, Michelle, go ahead and tell the Will Smith story.
Okay, you will be able to say hello to him, and that is it, MJ. Do not say anything else. Just say hello, shake his hand, and move on.
Where were we? We were in L.A.
We were in L.A.
Yeah,
with Charlie Walk.
That's right, Charlie Walk.
And
yep.
And then you proceeded to whip out a video camera and said, "Hey, Will, I've got a really great friend in Tampa whose son's about to be bar mitzvah. Could you give him a real great
Stop
hello
it.
and congratulations?"
I did.
Oh, no. Oh,
You know what?
cringe.
To his credit, he was a trooper and did it. Okay, man, what's his name?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Will Smith, it seems down to earth. He
Yeah.
doesn't. I've interviewed him a couple times, and he's really nice. He's not like
he was
pretentious.
really nice, but man,
great.
did I piss off Charlie Walk? Or Charlie was a big executive with Sony Music, and did I pissed him? I've known Charlie for years, and
I think he didn't talk to you for a while after that, but then, moved it over later on.
then he got over it. But
He did.
I was told, you could say.
We didn't get some TVs for a while, but then we did after that.
Yeah, because we were able to order TVs from the Sony store at a good price. So, you'd pay the employee price for like a Sony TV. I would send Charlie, I would send him a check, and he would order the TV for me, but you got the Sony employee pricing on the TV.
That's great.
And I would just mail him a check for the TV. Anyway, so I was told you can say hello to Will Smith. That is it. And you had 25 seconds with Will Smith. Do you remember where we were? Where was the venue?
It was like a weird bridge or something that you had to kind of walk across, or like a pond. I remember some water area.
Where in L.A. were we?
Kind of a venue. I don't know, because it wasn't like we were going to a concert. It was something weird. And
yeah, I can't remember why we were in L.A. We had a Will Smith meet and greet. MJ, you can say hello to Will Smith. That's it. And I'm standing next to Will Smith, and I have
I don't know how he didn't see the video camera. I think you weren't going to do something.
I had a little palm-sized video camera in my hand. I'm like, and Charlie's right there, all the record executives, because Will Smith, he had his, songs out, his.
He was probably just starting his solo career from Jazzy Jeff.
Yeah, but there was something else he was promoting. And then I whip out the video camera, and suddenly there were just gasps from all of the record executives. I'm like, hey, Will, good friend of mine, Larry Goodrich. His son Jordan is getting bar mitzvahed because Larry was the big Southern wine and spirits guru in town.
Yeah.
So Southern Wine and Spirits, and Larry Goodrich was, bigwig with the company for many, many years. And I whip out the video camera. Hey, Will, my buddy Larry's son is getting bar mitzvahed. Because Larry had said, hey, because Larry knew I was going out to L.A. to meet Will Smith. And he said, any chance you can get Will Smith to wish my son a happy bar mitzvah so we can play this at the bar mitzvah? I whip out the camera, and Will Smith, he was a great sport. He's like, all right, what's his name?
Right.
And Will Smith goes, I remember exactly what he said. Hey, Jordan, happy bar mitzvah. I remember when I was bar mitzvahed. It was a great day, It was funny as hell. And, Charlie Walk, the record dude, didn't talk to me for a couple of months. But
Everybody got over it.
Yeah.
I
All right.
eventually do.
Don't make eye contact and don't talk with Mariah Carey.
Yeah.
I guess
She's a big woman, isn't she? She's tall. Do you recall standing next to her?
No, she wasn't. No, she wasn't.
She's pretty tall.
She's about 5'6".
How tall
No,
is she?
no. She's taller than that.
No, she's not. Bring up Mariah Carey height. She's not that tall.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
On the Google, it says she's 5'9".
That's a lie. That's incorrect.
No, it is absolutely correct.
I don't think it is.
No,
I
I know somebody who spent quite a bit of time with her, and she is every bit of 5'9".
Well, who do you know that spent a lot of time with her?
We don't have to get into it.
Of course. So Roxanne will drop a little bomb here, but she won't.
My husband knows her, and he told me before. He's like, she's
because she used to date somebody.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, she used to date Derek Jeter?
Yeah.
Oh, she dated Derek Jeter?
Years ago.
Hold on, Derek was all up in that? Really?
You don't have to say it like that. Years ago. He's married now.
Mariah Carey was seen all over town during spring training for a couple of years.
Don't you remember they went to Hops for dinner?
Oh, that's right. All right, so was Derek allowed to look her in the eye and speak with her?
Nope.
Probably not.
Nope, he wasn't. He was not.
Sit on the same side of the booth.
Derek, whatever you do while you're dating Mariah Carey, do not look her in the eye and do not speak with her.
I remember we had a report that Mariah Carey ran into the Walmart at Dale Mabry in 275.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
And we're like, no way. That's not true.
And she was spotted in Hops on Southdale Mabry.
Right.
Yep.
That's right. Or actually, at that point, it becomes Northdale Mabry, I think. Yeah. All right. Michelle, let me run. I'm running late, okay?
Have fun.
All right, goodbye. All right. Early morons in the news. Man, you never know. You never know what's going to happen here on the MJ Morning Show in just the early moments. All right, 6:33. I'm already running late here. Son of a... what you going to do?
It's
hey,
all right.
let me tell you about the cake.
Morons on the MJ Morning Show, only on Q105.
And here we go, early morons with the news on the MJ Morning Show. Yeah, this is not good. Fester, you kind of follow football. You know a good deal about professional football and college football. You ever hear of Delaware State? Delaware State.
Yeah, they're I think they're the Fighting Hens.
Really?
Or maybe that's the University of Delaware.
Oh, no, they're the Hornets.
Hornets.
The Hornets. The Fighting Hens?
Yeah.
Is there really a football team? The Hens?
I think so.
Really?
Yeah, I think Delaware is the Hens.
All right.
But
so Delaware State, they were all set to open up their 2024 season in Hawaii this weekend,
okay.
but they're off to a bad start.
What happened?
They missed their flight. That's going to throw you. And they were flying to Hawaii.
That's a big trip.
What the 10-hour flight to Hawaii?
To play who? Oh, they're playing the University of Hawaii. That makes sense.
They're playing Iowa.
Okay.
In Hawaii. All right. So the team was scheduled to make its 10.5-hour flight to Oahu. That's the most populous island. Oahu is where Honolulu is. So 10.5-hour flight. And they missed the flight. They were leaving from JFK. So I guess they had to take buses from Delaware up to JFK. And then, man, that's a tedious mess. You're in Delaware and you're flying to Hawaii to play University of Hawaii, 10.5-hour flight. After the bus ride from Delaware to JFK's got to be 4 hours.
That's a rough ride.
Oh my God!
And then you got a bus.
So there was a bus mishap, and they missed the flight. Oh man,
that's a lot of people to rebook. Right? A whole football team.
A team spokesperson told the Star Advertiser in Honolulu, the newspaper, "Yeah, we're working on a plan." Yeah, the specific issue surrounding the buses transporting the team was not announced. Yeah, 178-mile or more than 3-hour drive from Delaware State campus to JFK in Queens. Oh man, that sucks. And also, I guess they were gonna fly earlier in the week to get somewhat acclimated. So it wasn't like they were gonna fly 10.5 hours and then they play the next day. So they were gonna get there, days early in order to get rested, practice a bit. But that's got to screw things up. I saw this yesterday, so I don't know what the status is. I don't know if is there an update? I haven't seen an update yet on whether they were able to get another flight to Honolulu.
I mean, the game is Sunday. So it's several days away.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so
they were getting. Yeah, they will be able to obviously get there before game time. But who knows? I don't know what the demand is now. Hopefully, they can get the team all on the same damn flight
or within a couple of flights.
Yeah, but that kind of sucks, doesn't it?
Go Hornets!
All right,
beat the Rainbow Warriors.
Yeah. Next moron in the news. Oh man, listen to this. Here's a Florida dingbat. A woman right here in Florida. This is Flagler County. Yeah, I flagged this Flagler County story as a moron in the news. That's why it's in my pile. So a woman here in Florida was on her way to a cruise port here in the state, arrested after deputies found marijuana and ecstasy in her luggage. Ooh, she was planning on a good old time on that cruise.
Can you not bring that stuff on a cruise?
I'm going on the Disney Wish cruise coming up soon, so I'll test that.
I mean,
I'll ask them. Maybe I'll send them an email in advance.
Roxanne's going to be, she's going to be rolling X, on the whole cruise.
Is that the term?
Yeah, rolling E, rolling X, right? Yeah, if you're doing ecstasy.
Ecstasy. So
yeah.
I mean, when you're in international waters,
you're going to be all mollied up good. You're going to be the Molly mommy. That's it, Roxanne.
Drop my kids off at the kids club and just take ecstasy all night.
Take ecstasy. Yeah, you're just rolling. You're like hallucinating the whole damn Disney cruise.
That might be the best trip ever.
Yeah, I like it. Mommy on Molly.
So when you're in international,
Molly is MDMA, right?
It's the same thing, isn't it? Yeah. Isn't it like ecstasy is like the 90s and Molly is like the current times?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think it's the same
ecstasy
drug.
or MDMA, also known as Molly.
Yeah, Molly, MDMA, Molly, all the. Listen, I'm sure we can find the list with like all the different names.
I'm sure we have an addict listening right now that can break the whole thing down for us. It's not exactly the same thing, dude.
We can typically get anything we want. All right, if you regularly take MDMA, if you roll X, if you do Molly, Or if you're on it
Ooh.
right now, call us, 800-990-1047. Hey, you can remain anonymous. You don't have to use your first name. You don't have to tell us where you're calling from. If you are a regular ecstasy, Molly, MDMA user, fire up the phones right now. Let's go. And bonus if you're actually on it right now. All right, 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047.
I don't know about this.
Coming down from it.
Yeah.
Maybe. The difference between Molly and ecstasy, according to Google, Molly is a crystalline powder, supposedly pure MDMA. Ecstasy usually means tablets of MDMA, which may contain other substances.
All right, listen, nuances and semantics. All right, it's all the same crap. All right, so I need an ecstasy user right now, 800-990-1047, because Roxanne needs, first of all, a supply and some tips for the upcoming. When are you going on a Disney cruise?
Oh, I didn't realize this. Molly is most often snorted. Had you heard that?
Well, good. Now you got some good tips. When is your Disney? When is your Disney cruise?
I emailed you. Emailed you about
like the middle of next month.
September.
Oh, that's when you're taking a week off?
Yes.
So you're gone for a week next month.
Yes.
And then Fester's out at the big RV show in Michigan like the week after.
The week prior, actually.
It's in Pennsylvania, and it's the week before.
All right, whatever. All right, so you go. This is the big RV show on the Hershey Highway.
Yes.
Gotcha.
This is the.
Gotcha.
Remember, I encouraged you and Michelle. Hey, how about you guys take a little vacation in the middle of September? You're like, no, I'm gonna work no matter what. I'm gonna work till they kill me here.
Yeah. With the firing of Froggy, it's gonna be a very lonely show.
You get vacation.
Roxanne's
time.
gone. You're gone.
Yeah, I think you have a lot of vacation time still left.
I'll take it.
What are you doing with it?
I'll take it before I walk out the door. All right. So hey, who's on the phone? Oh, hey, Carter.
Ooh.
Carter, you want your name used? You okay with that?
That's not actually my name.
He's not. Yeah.
All right, so Carter, are you an ecstasy user?
I used to be, but not for about 10 years, but not anymore. But I know the difference between ecstasy and Molly.
All right, what's the difference between ecstasy and Molly?
Molly is MDA or MDMA, and that's like the main thing that triggers the serotonin and release and all that jazz. Ecstasy comes in that pill form with like the little funny pictures on it, and that has one of those two in it, but it also has heroin, cocaine.
Oh God!
And who else knows what else is in it? Methamphetamine.
Well, that's the problem these days. And people are buying these drugs off the street. You don't know if the stuff is laced with fentanyl, and if you're going to die. Exactly. Hey, what's the worst thing that ever happened to you, Carter, while you were on ecstasy?
Oh man, I think it was very similar to what you just said, except it wasn't fentanyl back then. That wasn't a thing. It was too much heroin. And I ended up doing about 3 of these pills in one night, and I'm not a heroin user, never had been. And I ended up overdosing on heroin, and I didn't even know I was taking heroin.
Oh my God, you could have died.
Yeah, it's for anybody listening that does use it. I mean, till this day, it's very lethal and fatal drug, and it's not worth the party.
All right, so Carter, former ecstasy user, your word to our listeners is, which brings me to my next point. Kids, don't do
drugs.
There you go. Thank you.
Good PSA.
Thank you, Carter.
Hugs, not drugs, guys. You guys are great. Keep up the good work.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you.
Hugs, not drugs. I love it. Anyway, so just wrapping up this story. So on Friday last week, Flagler County deputy pulled over a vehicle on I-95 for not having a valid driver's license, approached the vehicle. So in Florida, it's a driver license, but the story says driver's license.
Right.
All right. But, and you know that deputies and police officers will do this. They'll run random license plates, and they'll see if the driver has a valid driver license. So apparently that happened. They pulled this car over. The driver did not have a valid license. And when the deputy walks up, notice the strong odor of marijuana. Then the passenger of the vehicle told the deputy that she and the driver were headed to Port Canaveral for a family cruise. They admitted smoking marijuana in the car, did not have a medical marijuana card, also admitted to concealing ecstasy up her.
What?
Yep. So,
That's
yes.
a lot of
Keistered it.
information.
I don't know if it was the keistered ecstasy or if it was the ecstasy.
One of her compartments.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was I'm guessing it was more of the versus the keister. That's what I'm thinking. Anyway, in the vehicle, nearly 20 grams of marijuana, 14 tablets, or 3.28 grams of MDMA ecstasy, and they also had $4,000 in a duffel bag, and 2 heads. No, they were not. Oh man! Again, more on. You're driving without a valid license, and you got all kinds of drugs in the car. That's not rocket surgery right there. All right, 6:54 at the MJ Morning Show. We start the world famous 7 o'clock hour next. Oh, we didn't even talk about the divorce filing. So it became official last night. The news broke that JLo has filed for divorce against Ben Affleck. Yeah, we got to get to that coming up we got loaded. Oh, guess what's opening up this morning? MJ Morning Show Complaint Department. Yeah.
You better take a seat.
Well, hang on. We had a complaint roll in yesterday on, some of our content. So we'll get into that coming up in just a bit here on the MJ Morning Show. It's going to be a loaded Wednesday morning. If your carpets are in... It is 7:03 at the MJ Morning Show. You might be saying, MJ, you're running a few minutes late. Well, that is correct. We had a really spectacular 6 o'clock hour. I would highly recommend, if you're just joining us now, I would highly recommend that you go back and you watch the 6 o'clock hour on MJ TV, or you listen to the first hour on the podcast. Of course, by 11 a.m., the entire show is trimmed up nicely and podcast. We're on all the major platforms. You just search for the MJ Morning Show on Q105 Daily Podcast, or go to our website, mjmorningshow.com. The podcast also post on there. But no, I thought 6 o'clock hour was, let me put it this way. I was very entertained personally with the 6 o'clock hour. All right?
Yeah.
So I would highly recommend, if you missed the whole 6 o'clock hour today, you go back. Hey, I mentioned we got to go to the MJ Morning Show complaint department. I have a voicemail. Somebody was so torqued off. Somebody was so pissed at something we did on the show yesterday that they took time to find the program director's extension and leave a voicemail.
Okay.
All right, so you're going to love this story.
That's some old school complaining.
Listen, I want you to think about this. What content on yesterday's show elicited a voicemail complaint? Oh, And this is one of those complaints I'm never listening again. What are you what are you doing over there?
I told
It's like
you.
you're gyrating.
I'm doing lunges. I get 10 minutes usually.
I thought your knee was hurting you.
Yeah, I told you the good news. Didn't you read my email yesterday?
No, I missed it. Oh, you went to the... Yeah, so Roxanne was out of the studio like 19 times yesterday. She's making phone calls for, I don't know, some doctor's appointment, an MRI, and...
Okay, so I didn't even have to do an MRI. I just went in and did my x-rays. And do you know Dr. Coco Eaton?
Dr. Cocoa Puffs?
His name is Coco Eaton. He's like the most badass orthopedic surgeon in the area.
Listen, sounds good to me with a name like Coco Eaton Coconuts. What's his name?
Yeah. Coco Eaton sounds like a Caribbean singer.
He's a Coco Eaton dude, I'll tell you that.
Welcome to the Coco Eaton Show.
You put the lime in the coconut.
Let me see your knee.
So if you tear a labrum in your shoulder, if you bust a knee, if you whatever thing you do to your body that you need repaired,
yeah,
you go to the best of the best. You go to Coco Eaton. So I went there yesterday.
How do you spell Coco Eaton?
It's not how you think it is. It's not like the
well,
chocolate.
Can you spell it for me?
Yeah, let me look it up.
So
yeah, it's
Roxanne was complaining about some knee issues.
with a K.
Yeah,
Okay.
KOCO.
Yeah.
Eaton Orthopedics.
Yes.
All right. So hold on. So his last name is Eaton.
Yes.
Oh, I thought his last name was Coco Eaton.
No.
Yeah, you said
no.
Dr. Coco Eaton.
Yeah, I
no.
thought it was all jammed together.
Nope.
So his first, is it a man?
Yes, it's
All
a
right,
man.
So his first name is Coco.
Yes.
And it's K-O-K-O?
Yes, K-O-K-O.
K-O-C-O.
K-O-C-O, I'm sorry,
okay.
K-O-C-O.
K-O-C-O. I think it's a radio station somewhere. You're listening to K-O-C-O with 10 songs in a row. All right, so Coco Eaton.
So Dr. Eaton is the orthopedic surgeon for the Tampa Bay Rays.
Yes, he is.
Oh, look at that.
Pretty
right.
well established, pretty
Now-
good at what he does.
So you had an issue, Roxanne.
Yes.
And you thought that you tore like an ACL, MCL, or...
Something.
So listen, your mind always wanders to the worst possible outcome. You
Health-wise,
thought
yes.
you were talking about amputations yesterday.
Pretty much.
And
Let's
so
just cut it off.
your knee was bothering you.
It's been bothering me since April. I believe, can you think back, MJ? I sent you a video of myself doing breakdancing, a breakdancing move.
I remember that. Yeah,
And I was at a girls' night and I was like, hey, watch this.
And you did some break assing. You
yes,
hurt yourself.
I broke something,
Yeah.
I thought. And ever since then, my knee has been bothering me. And I'm like, great. Well, I went in, they took all the x-rays, and it's amazing what a doctor can someone of his skill and
Does
experience.
he have X-ray vision? Did you just
Pretty much.
just looked in your knee?
He just kind of lifted, I sat there on the table. He lifted my leg up and did something. Oh, you got da-da-da-da. It just shouted all this stuff out to his assistant.
Okay.
But they know, he goes, you do a lot of lunges, don't you? And I said, yep, I do lunges all the time. Oh, he said, my father.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
lunges at me regularly with like the Homer Simpson, Bart Simpson neck
Yeah.
grab, like the strangulate. Roxanne lunges at me at least 7 times a week.
So I said, yeah, I do a lot of lunges, as a matter of fact. And then he's like, oh, your hamstrings are too tight. You don't stretch those hamstrings. Like, they can tell everything about your lifestyle just by kind of manipulating your knee a little bit.
So wait a minute.
And
Yesterday, you couldn't do lunges because your knee was hurting you.
Yeah.
And you went to the doctor. Did they give you anything? Did
No.
they shoot you up with cortisone or?
no, it still hurts. But now that I know what it is, it's not as, what did I tell you it was? I have to look it up again.
It's
It's
not
the
like you'll-
patella tendonitis.
So you don't think you'll injure yourself more. You can
Exactly.
work through the pain
Ah.
and it'll
Exactly.
eventually heal.
Okay.
So, and
So
then
that's why you're back to like up and down.
Yes.
You're doing your lunges here in the studio.
Well,
Yes.
the other side of it is
Okay.
Roxanne takes a 10-minute workout break in the middle of the show. And sometimes if we don't have as many commercials or if MJ drops a song, that will not stop Roxanne from
No.
finishing her morning routine.
no,
I mean, the other day I think I saw her doing jumping jacks in the corner. And I'm like,
I do. I go in
Hey,
that room and do push-ups. I do whatever I need to get done just to get, think about people who go outside and take a smoke break. That's not looked at. That's not frowned upon.
Hold on, you're smoking though?
Yeah, first I smoke and then I exercise, of course. One
have you ever tried
negates the other. Same time. Do it at the same time. That's
have you
fun.
ever smoked while you exercise?
Because you're taking big breaths, so you really get that nicotine
You know what?
in there.
I want to shoot a video of you lunging and smoking with just like a camel hanging out of your mouth while you're lunging and
We're watching
Yeah.
a TV show right now where they're smoking in the TV show. And I have to say, it looks so cool.
Hold on. I thought...
It does, doesn't it?
it really
It really does. Now, in real life, it doesn't.
Wait, hold on. What the hell are you saying?
I know.
We, as a family, we've been watching a show that's no longer on TV. The series has ended. Young Sheldon.
Yeah, I'm aware. I've never seen it, but
You know
I'm aware of it.
You'd love it. I was the same way. I was like, I don't know. It's fantastic.
So, wait a minute. What are you saying about smoking?
In some of the seasons, they're smoking because it's timed like in the late 80s, early 90s. And they're smoking during the show. And I'm like, a cigarette does sound good right now.
What are you talking about? I don't want to condone smoking.
No, we're not. But it just
It sounds like Fester. Hi, it's Fester for smoking. That's what it sounds like. You're endorsing smoking. What are you doing?
I'm not totally
What
against
the
it.
hell are you doing? Don't endorse smoking.
I know
not
what
talk-
you're doing.
I'm not talking about burning 2 packs a day, but you know what? You keep 1 pack around, just have burn a heater or two.
What was the story? Wasn't there some Olympic athlete that was seen smoking? I'm telling you.
Look it up. Yeah.
Go to the Google. There was some story, with the Olympics that just ended in Paris. There was some story with some Olympian. I forgot the sport, but I thought that he was pictured with a cigarette hanging out of his mouth while he was training. Or what do you have?
Shoko Mayata was expelled from the Olympics for smoking and drinking.
Is that it?
Which was a significant blow to Japan's women's artistic gymnastics team ahead of the Olympics.
No, I thought it was a guy.
You know what? Short haircut from...
Go to news. Click on news. I'm telling you.
Japanese gymnast.
Was it I thought it was a male.
A rule violation.
All right, everything that's coming up is a Japanese gymnast. Was she on the parallel bars, or
she's the captain of the
the Japanese Olympics team?
Gymnastics
Hey,
team.
I'll tell you what. Man, I love Japan. I love Japanese culture. I love Japanese food, but they smoke like fiends over there. I'm telling you, it's crazy. Hey, you want to hear? Speaking of sports, you want to hear something? Man, I saw this and I cracked up. Don't worry, folks. I'll get into the whole huge Jennifer Lopez, Ben Affleck divorce. JLo filed last night for divorce. We knew it was coming. We'll get into that coming up. Man, I saw this story and I just laughed out loud. Listen to this headline. Ohio golf course offers fresh underpants and wipes and shorts for any golfer that poops themselves.
Oh, my God.
What?
I'll tell you right now.
Oh, wow.
Is this common? Is this common? Golfers pooping themselves?
Roxanne's husband, Doug, is the most avid golfer
Yes.
I know. And, I don't know him terribly well, but...
I'm going to ship my pants.
Has he ever...
I said, hold. I said ship my pants.
Right. You send them to somebody.
I'm paying homage to the old Kmart commercial where you can ship your pants. All right?
So I think the first season...
Don't let your minds get all dirty and wander, folks.
In the first season of Shark Tank, there was a urologist who invented a putter that you could take the cap off and whiz in.
Well, get out of here.
Yeah. And I think...
You're on the 9th hole and you got to go? You unscrew the cap on your putter handle and you pee in your handle?
Because if you have to go on the golf course, you have to run into the trees. Right, Rox?
Yeah. So
you're playing golf for 4 hours. You got to go. You drinking beer, smoking cigars.
Not only do I not know if Doug has ever had a problem out there,
we ought to call Doug and ask if he's ever pooped his pants on the golf course.
No, he's not. I've never even known him to do that in life in general. He's a very private man.
Oh, Doug doesn't poop?
No, I mean, I have no record of it. Does he pee? Yes. Yes, he does.
You should get him one of these urine clubs.
You have no record of your husband peeing? I'm sorry, of pooping.
No,
all right.
I do
there
not.
There we go. All right, folks, this is what you come here for. Another edition of...
Doug.
Yeah. All right. So here's the deal. There is a golf club. It's Sable Creek Golf Course in Hartville, Ohio. And the pro shop has confirmed that, yes, this is real. A person named Rick posted on the former Twitter last week that our BS meter was engaged when we saw this. He posted the photo of what appeared to be a note from inside the stall of a golf course bathroom, offering a fresh pair of underpants and shorts if anyone had an accident on the course. No, this isn't a golf course for preschoolers. We're talking about grown men, ladies and gentlemen. So they called up the pro shop at the Sable Creek Golf Course in Hartfield, Pennsylvania, and the pro shop confirmed that if you poop your pants at the club or on the course, they have replacement underwear and shorts for you.
MJ, here's the note.
How often does this happen?
Here's the actual note with a phone number to call.
Yeah.
In case you have an accident.
It says, "Oh crap," with the poop emoji. It happens. If you have an accident and need wipes, underwear, fresh shorts, we got you covered. Give us a call and we'll discreetly get these items to you. Call 330-877-96. Hey, Fester, hold on.
Let's give him a call.
Oh, let's call him. Maybe they should build those bags into a golf club bag and just sort of have a place where everybody can have that change of clothes.
Andrew,
wipes, just like you do with your kid when you send them to preschool and they have that stuff
Andrew,
in their
you gotta
backpack.
pick it up. Andrew, pick
Fester,
it up.
you pick it up.
My phone's dead over here.
What do you mean your phone's? Oh, my God. Andrew, pick up the phone. Andrew, pick up the phone. Did they pick up? All right. If the pro shop picks up, tell them it's the MJ Morning Show calling, and we pooped our pants.
We need some.
All right,
I need some shorts.
I need some emergency shorts right now. All right, Andrew's on the phone in the producer's booth. What do you mean? Have you turned in a ticket and told them that? All right,
this is the first day I've noticed it. It wasn't this way yesterday.
This place is a technical disaster, and I'm confident that I will not be working for this company when the new studio is finally built.
All right,
I'll never see the new studio.
Okay.
All right. Hey, Andrew, what's the story? Are they picking up?
Turn your mic on.
I want to talk to them. Hurry up. Yeah. See if I can talk to the pro shop about. Tell them I pooped my pants. I'm in Tampa.
Can you discreetly get us some?
Can we talk to whoever that is? Can we talk to? So Andrew's on the phone with the pro shop.
Tea times are now.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, they're open.
Yeah. Hey, 7. It's Bob. We'll talk to Bob. Hey, Bob. Hey, it's the MJ Morning Show down in Tampa Bay. How you doing?
I'm doing okay.
All right, so Bob, this is true that if you poop your pants, you got replacement shorts and underwear and wipes for any golfer that does. You know what? On the golf course, before you swing, you're supposed to say 4. If you poop your pants, do you yell 2?
Yeah, she actually did that. She put that in there because someone had an accident and in there, and it was everywhere, all the way out the door.
Oh no!
Two.
All right.
That sounds like a number 3.
Bob, has anybody taken advantage of this offer yet?
Yeah.
No, they haven't.
All right.
But we've heard a lot of jokes about it.
Oh, Bob, so this whole story is going viral. Are we the only radio station to call you so far?
Yes, sir.
All right, well, that's why. We're the MJ Morning Show down in Tampa Bay. Hey, Bob, you've been great. Thank you, man.
Oh, you're welcome, sir.
All right, bye-bye. Have a great day. Look at that.
All right, so here is the urine putter. I can show you if you want to see it.
I don't want to see the urine putter.
I
I don't want to see I got to take a break. All right, we start an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ next.
The urine putter comes with a towel.
All right.
So you can cover yourself.
Fine. We'll play the urine putter from Shark Tank Season 1 when we get back. All right, hold on a minute.
Fine.
All right, is it going to make you happy? All right, we got the MJ Morning Show complaint department, the JLo divorce. Man, we got a lot of stuff. And you're going to know if you're going to have a bad day very shortly. I'm going to explain all of that coming up and a whole lot more. That doesn't even scratch the surface. It's all on the way here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Stand by. All right, 7:28 at the MJ Morning Show. Here it is. starts right now. It's the legendary, world famous 1 hour and 20 minutes of non-stop MJ. You know, it's never an hour and 20 minutes exactly. It's never less. It is always more. You always get more. You know, I like you over-delivering. You know, you under-promise and you over-deliver. That's my motto right here at the MJ Morning Show. All right, heads up. We will have the MJ Morning Show complaint department window opened up in just a few minutes. I want to ask certainly the crew in studio, but maybe even our listeners, if there was one item from yesterday's show that might elicit a complaint. I mean, to the point where somebody hunts down the program director's extension and leaves a voicemail. What was a content item on yesterday's show that has elicited an MJ Morning Show complaint to the point where they swear they're never listening to the show again? Which is usually a big fat lie. When people say they're never listening again, they're the first ones tuning in the morning. That's been my experience in this business. It is 7:30, and I'm going to tell you right now, folks, you are just 1 hour and 36 minutes away from knowing if your day is going to suck. Have you seen this? I don't know where this came from. Well, listen, I know where it came from because I've got the story here, but I guess I don't really understand the science. But apparently, by 8:36 a.m. every day, you know if you're going to have a this is one of these, study finds stories. Yeah, there are like, how many, like 30 a day. Studyfinds.org is a website where they have all these stories every single day. And these are companies that like pay for studies and research, and it's just to get like publicity and get the media talking about them, right? So here's how this is set up. How much bad luck does it really take to ruin someone's day? For many Americans, one bad morning can derail everything. Yeah. How about the fact we were off the air for an hour and 20 minutes on Monday? Can you imagine? The Q105 went off the air at 5:33 a.m. last Monday because our equipment sucks. And it needed to be replaced 10 years ago. And we blew something. We were off the air from 5:33, and we didn't come back on the air until 7:20. So the whole start of the MJ Morning Show at 6 o'clock didn't happen, and we didn't come back until an hour and 20 minutes into the show, 7:20. This is Monday morning. So I knew we were going to have a bad day by 6 a.m. I was hoping that, all right, so we're off the air at 5:33. Hopefully we'll get back on the air before we start the show at 6. Nope, didn't happen.
No.
So I knew when the MJ Morning Show is not on 104.7 FM at 6 a.m. on Monday morning, I knew at 6 a.m. I was going to have a bad day.
Because you had a bad day, you take one down.
All right, so again, like I said, these study finds things. They're always associated with some company that initiated the study in order to get free publicity. So am I going to get suckered in and mention who paid for this?
Hopefully.
That's what they're hoping for.
Yeah.
All right. This survey was commissioned by the Avocado Green Mattress. What the hell is that?
Oh, I guess it's a type of mattress.
Well,
it just has that. It has nothing to do with vegetables.
Well, do you know how many mattresses there are? About 10 years ago, right? About 10, 12 years. The whole mattress industry exploded. You know these mail order mattresses like Purple and Casper.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, there were like 4 other ones that I can't remember off the top of my head. But the mattress business, and that's on top of the normal stuff like Sealy and Stearns and Foster and what's the Tempur-Pedic and all. I mean, the mattress industry has I think it's gotten saturated. I mean, because it exploded. So the Avocado Green Mattress. What is that, like mushy, squishy slime you sleep in? Is that it?
Yeah, and it's got to be the perfectly ripe avocado. You don't want it to be, I mean, it's hard if it's not ready to eat, right? So.
Oh, yeah.
But when you
This
wake up in
mattress-
the morning, the whole mattress is brown.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
It's
Sunken in.
It's like bright green when you open it up, But then in the morning, it's all brown, and that has
Ew.
nothing to do with you pooping the
Right,
bed.
right.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's my understanding that the avocado green mattresses are made with
Avocados from Mexico.
That's my understanding. So what's going on here? They paid for some research, folks, to tell us that the average American knows if they're in for a bad day by 8:36 a.m. Hey, do me a favor, Andrew. Can you set a timer? Let's go to the phones at 8:36. So in 1 hour and 2 minutes, let's go to the phones and ask our listeners, hey, it's 8:36. Do you know already that you're going to have a really bad day, and why?
Well, you know what's interesting? This says the average person, their day is ruined by 8:36, but we all get up probably 2 hours earlier, so ours gets ruined around 6:15.
Yeah,
Sounds about right.
I knew we were going to have a terrible day today at 6:15.
Yeah, 2,000 Americans also found the average person. 2,000 Americans were surveyed, and it also found the average person endures 4 bad days a month. So this is like another item that's become uncovered here. So the other thing is how many bad days a month, and what does that translate into per year? So you're going to have a bad day by 8:36 a.m. on average, and then the average American has 4 bad days a month.
That's
so,
like one a week.
Well, what?
That's like one a week.
Oh, okay, all right. But how many total bad days a year?
4 times 12 is 48.
There you go. Thank you. Look at that.
Yeah, Roxanne.
Oh, my gosh.
Former
This is
accounting
like-
The
skills.
sharp math skills
This is
right
like
here.
this is like MJ Morning Show Mathnasium here. Okay.
Yeah, it's like the middle
That
school
place
math
is cool,
bowl.
by the way.
Yeah.
That my kid likes that place.
Yeah, my kids did. You know what? I think my kids did Mathnasium, and my kids also did Kumon.
Okay, well, you have to tell. I have to figure out what they do at Mathnasium because my daughter is obsessed with it. Like, she's not in it right now. She's like, "When am I going back to Mathnasium?" Do they give them candy for every question they get right? Because she's obsessed with that place.
Yeah, must be it.
Yeah, that's what motivates her.
Yeah, they get Skittles. They get
That's right.
Skittles for every correct answer. Anyway, so there you go. We're going to go to phones. We're going to test this out. So at 8:36, 1 hour from right now, we're going to go to phones and see how many of you are having a bad day.
But MJ, you see that list of what they call a bad day? It's waking up not feeling good, didn't sleep well, waking up with a headache. So that is why it is commissioned by that avocado mattress. They're indicating that a bad day is because of poor sleep.
Did you see my compounding video?
Compounding, like chemical
No,
compounding?
He didn't say compound.
Did you see my compounding video?
Obviously not.
You pounded a conch?
I was pounding my conch.
Oh, conch.
Yes, conch.
It's a tricky word. If you don't hear it right, you're way off.
Yeah, people are loving my conch pounding. And they're loving Michelle's appearance in my conch pounding video. This is why, folks, I highly recommend that you give me a follow on my Instagram, Certified MJ Radio. That's Certified MJ Radio. Also give our morning show Instagram a follow. That's MJ Morning Show on Instagram. But if you go to my Instagram, Certified MJ Radio, people are loving my conch pounding. I pounded my conch. You want to hear this? Here,
Yeah.
listen to this. It's time for another episode of In the Kitchen with MJ. Take a look at this. Green pepper, red pepper, celery, onions. I've got carrots, mushrooms, shredded cabbage, garlic, DOP tomatoes, olive oil. I've got ketchup. I've got Worcestershire sauce and conch. You should have seen me earlier, just pounding my conch. I was in the kitchen. I had to be half an hour cutting and pounding my conch. So Michelle got me this conch pounder, actually tenderizer. This thing is great, like 3 pounds, solid stainless steel, made in Germany. And I was just pounding my conch. Hey, Michelle, what do you think when I was pounding my conch?
You know, I like to watch you pound your conch.
Thank you. I'm making Caribbean conch stew. This is going to be spectacular.
Oh, my God. I hate you more. So spectacular.
Dude,
So where'd you buy conch from?
Publix. Yeah,
Publix has a conch department?
Yeah, no, it's in the fish department, and they don't carry it regularly, but the fish manager over at the Publix on Kennedy across from West Shore decided some time ago, let me try some conch. Saw the conch in the catalog, and the conch sells. Listen, conch stew, conch fritters, conch soup. I mean, I love conch. I like conch sushi. You ever have conch?
Yeah.
Conch sushi is
That's good.
fantastic. Listen, I love miru guy. You ever have a giant clam? Miru guy's kind of rare. You got to be at a real high-end place, but miru guy is a giant clam. And that is some good sushi right there. That's some good nigiri. Anyway, if you want to see me pound my conch, folks, it's on my Instagram, Certified MJ Radio.
Yeah, you're a real conch eater.
Yes. Sometimes I
know what you do.
I better not say that.
Yeah,
With some lemon juice or something.
I walked around it.
All right, I'm gonna stop right there. I'm gonna stop myself. Should we open up the MJ Morning Show complaint department?
We've been talking about it.
Yes, we have. Oh, you know what? First, though, let's talk about JLo and Ben Affleck, the whole Bennifer deal. Ladies and gentlemen, news broke late last night. It's a done deal. It's not a secret. We all knew that it was coming. It's now official. The litigants have entered the courtroom. JLo and Ben Affleck are, in fact, getting divorced. I mean, listen, no one's shocked at this, but now it's been formalized. According to TMZ, they're the first ones that I saw that broke this. Jennifer Lopez has filed for divorce from Ben Affleck. TMZ has learned there are major twists, including the symbolism of when she finally decided to do it. JLo filed legal documents Tuesday in L.A. County Superior Court, but they were not filed by a lawyer. Jennifer filed pro per, meaning by herself.
She walked in?
She filed without an attorney, apparently. What'd she, go to LegalZoom and get some documents online? What? Yeah.
Yeah, right, I know.
Yeah, she lists, listen, we all knew this. We've seen the pictures. All the stories have been circulating for months and months and months. Jennifer Lopez lists the date of separation as April 26th of 2024. Yeah, they got married in Las Vegas on July 16th of 2022, so it's just short of a 2-year marriage. Yep. August 20th, though, is very significant, though, in Bennifer lore. So in the Ben Affleck, Jennifer Lopez, story, why is August 20th? Why is that significant? Other than it was my daughter Khloe's birthday yesterday.
I have no idea. Is that is that when they first met or something? Is that when didn't they do a terrible movie together? Was that when that was released?
No. August 20th. It marks the second anniversary of the huge and more traditional wedding ceremony they held in Georgia.
Oh.
Yeah, so it hardly seems like a coincidence that Jennifer filed yesterday. Now, here's the real shocker, according to TMZ. JLo does not say in her documents whether there's a prenup, and sources with knowledge told TMZ there is indeed no prenuptial agreement. I think we've gone over this before. Who's more loaded? Who's got more? Who's got more?
That's a good question.
Who's got more cash out the wazoo? Is it JLo or is it? Hey, Fessa,
I would think it has to be JLo.
Yeah,
I mean, she's been a star for a long time, and she has all that residual hit song stuff.
And didn't we see recently? But he's been a producer, actor. He's gotten paid a lot for his roles.
Yeah.
Didn't we see though that one of them was having financial with their home, trying to sell it? Financial. I don't want to say issues. No. What was it?
We had a story that Ben Affleck bought a $20 million home and he took out a $10 million mortgage.
Okay.
So apparently he put $10 million down and took out a $10 million mortgage, which, I mean, the rates are high. I mean, the rates are, when he bought the home,
Oh.
rates had to be 6.5%, right?
Yeah.
Or maybe more.
He's got, or she has twice as much money as him. Net
So
worth.
what are the numbers? What do you? And listen, you can't go.
No.
Those celebrity net worth websites suck. Like, believe it or not, I'm on a couple of these celebrity net worth websites, and it's way the freak off. It is not even close. You know what the celebrity net worth says that I'm worth. I mean, it's not even remotely close.
They've had me as high as $16 million, so I screenshot that, and whenever I want to make a big purchase, I just look at that screenshot on my phone, and I go,
Hold
go
on.
for it.
Wait. A celebrity net worth website had Roxanne Wilder with a net worth of $16 million.
Yes, that's as high as I've gone. Like sometimes it's 2 million, sometimes it's, it's there's a range. But I can't find that site anymore. So I think when Google did their updates of their algorithms, I think they realized that site was full of crap. But there were times when I'd be like, oh wow, that's my net worth. Okay, go for it, girl. Make that big purchase.
Roxanne would just go to the bank and show them the frame of celebritynetworth.com.
Look at my phone.
My credit. What do I need to?
Look at my phone. Oh, so you would look at the celebrity net worth website and justify your ridiculous, exorbitant, and luxurious purchases, right?
Yeah.
So the same crappy site we're talking about, according to Celebrity Net Worth,
Oh, God, ignore that crap.
JLo has amassed around $400 million over her 30-year career.
And what is Ben Affleck's net worth allegedly?
Half of that, like
200 million?
Yep. Whereas Affleck, who has been in the industry for about 4 decades, has estimated about $150 million.
Yeah, this says 150 million. So.
Still, big numbers.
All right, but the bottom line is that JLo has more money than Ben.
Do they need to have separation of assets? I mean, aren't they both wealthy enough to all right, you go that way, I'll go this way, and see you later? I mean, what are they going to separate? What are they going to chop up?
Yeah.
Did they buy a house? I mean,
all right, so it's finally happening. Listen, I can't believe. I don't think that if JLo's worth twice as much, I can't believe that Ben Affleck's going to try to take her to the cleaners. I'm sure it's just going to be you walk, I walk. Have a nice day. Whatever community assets that we have, aren't they trying to sell their $60 million house now or something?
Yeah, maybe that's why she just did the Zoom documents and went to the courthouse because she's like, okay, I don't need to hire an attorney for this.
I'm not going to pay $1,100 an hour for a divorce attorney with a $50K retainer. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Anyway, so that's the big deal. No one's shocked. We all knew they were having trouble and they were, separated. But it's now official. JLo filed for divorce against Ben Affleck last night or yesterday afternoon.
You pointed out the significance of that date, but also something that happened within the last couple of days or day is Jennifer Garner and Ben Affleck getting off a private plane together, all smiles. They'd taken one of their kids, I believe, to college, and they were smiling and looking happy. Not that they are or aren't getting back together, but I'm sure that irritated her too to see them.
Do you think that maybe Jennifer Garner and Ben, you think they had a little charity action? You think
she has a boyfriend.
She does.
She does have a boyfriend.
Right.
Oh, well, yeah.
And I thought I heard they were getting married.
The boyfriend in Garner?
Yeah.
Does he? What kind of credit card does he carry?
Is it a Capital One card? What's in your wallet?
He's a CEO, so I'm sure he has one of those.
Tell you what, I don't have a Capital One credit card, so that's not in my wallet.
According to this rag gossip site that I never heard of before, the last straw in the relationship between JLo and Ben was her alcohol line.
What?
Ben is in recovery. He's trying to stay sober.
Oh, that's
and
right.
She has a brand. It's Delola. I'm not familiar with it, but JLo
has a new alcohol line called Delola. And wait a minute. Was Ben torqued off?
He found it as an insult to his sobriety.
That he's on the wagon.
If I have a partner,
and here's your wife that's getting into the alcohol business.
Yeah.
I see that. All right.
So I don't know how true that is, but they haven't been together, like she said, since April.
Yeah, it's maybe she was doing it to be sort of in his face, but then again, people who go through that know that other people are still going to drink.
All right, the MJ Morning Show complaint window is open. Let's go to the MJ Morning Show complaint department. If there is one thing, if there's one item from yesterday's show that you think might have elicited a complaint to the point where a listener said they're never listening to the MJ Morning Show again, what would it be?
Was it when Linda Hurtado came in? Because She's a very divisive person.
No.
Okay.
We did have a visit from Linda Hurtado yesterday because she's got her new book is out.
Yeah,
Linda Hurtado Bond.
Yes, she's very divisive.
Right.
I'm going to eliminate the whole back half of the show while Linda was here because everything that during that time was fun. Now, I was in and out of the studio for a large part of the show yesterday. I was only in studio really in that first 15 minutes or so when we did the colonoscopy story.
Right.
I mean, how divisive was that?
I mean,
It's not the colonoscopy story. That is incorrect. All right, come on. One item on yesterday's show.
the washing machine that caught fire or the dishwasher that caught fire?
Hold on. Why would that cause any consternation?
I mean, maybe let's say you grew up as the son of a GE repairman. I don't know.
There's one item.
I mean, people get bent at radio shows for the dumbest things.
Let me, of course.
Okay.
Folks, over the years, first of all, you got to have a thick skin if you do this because, man, people are brutal. People, the weirdest things torque people off. I'll put up an Instagram post and people are just like making all kinds of insulting comments. It's like, my God. Or no,
Yeah,
but
it's
seriously,
ridiculous.
no, but exactly.
Yeah, right.
It's like the stuff that gets people's weasel. You have no idea. And people that can't take a joke, when you're being sarcastic, you're clearly posting something and leaving a little caption with hyperbole. The people that take crap seriously. Like, for instance, I posted the video. There was all kinds of like white styrofoam on the left side of the Howard Franklin Bridge North a couple of weeks ago.
Right.
And it was like that styrofoam, like fake snow. There was a ton of it for like a half a mile on the left shoulder on 275 Howard Franklin northbound. And I took a video. And I wasn't doing 75 miles an hour and playing with my phone. It was bumper-to-bumper video traffic, and I shot video doing like 3 or 5 miles an hour because the traffic was all backed up because of the 2 lanes that were busted because of the tropical storm washing out that shoulder on the north end of the bridge on the Tampa side. So, people are like, hey, why don't you put your phone down and drive? I'm like, listen, I got snow on the side of the road. Clearly, it's not snow. I shot a video and I said, oh, my God, it's the middle of August. There's snow on the side of the Howard Franklin Bridge. And people are like, that's not snow, you moron. It's like, I'm kidding around. I mean, come on. All right. So you never know what the hell's going to torque people off, whether it's on the MJ Morning Show, on the air, whether it's something I put up on social media, on Certified MJ Radio. Come on, guys. You have no idea. All right, let me give you a hint.
Fast food mascots.
No, it wasn't a fast food mascot.
Can we talk about the NFL player whizzing on some old lady yesterday? Or was that the day before?
I was in the room for that story.
The
was that it?
former Buccaneer, whose name I forgot again.
It's a weird
Gosden
name.
Chubrus or
Yeah,
something.
like
former lineman.
Gonzart or
Cherubus
something.
or whatever.
Yeah.
He's accused of peeing on a passenger on an airplane.
Did that offend somebody?
No. All right, come on. I'm just going to give you a hint.
Please.
Rudy.
Oh.
Rudy.
I remember Roxanne said that he was a famous football player, made that joke.
The hint
It was
is
offensive.
Rudy.
Oh, why are we talking about Rudy?
Oh, come on. All right, here's the audio. Come on. This is what offended somebody.
Sorry. I didn't mean to run into your house.
What happened?
I had a seizure. I just got out of the hospital. I'm so sorry that I hurt
You should not have been driving.
I don't have seizures no more.
I
It
know.
just came out of nowhere.
I know, but you shouldn't have been driving.
So that's Rudy.
The guy that hit the house in Spring Hill.
Rudy was driving a Lexus, had a seizure, and slammed right into a person's house up in Spring Hill. The car, this Lexus, in the freaking living room. I mean, drove through the house. And you can hear the homeowner saying, I'll play it again. The homeowner said to Rudy, you shouldn't have been driving. And
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to run into your house.
What happened?
I had a seizure. I just got out of the hospital. I'm so sorry that I hurt anybody.
You should not have been driving.
I don't have seizures no more.
I
It just
know.
came out of nowhere.
I know, but you shouldn't have been driving.
Exactly. So Rudy apparently hadn't had seizures for a couple of years. Rudy, in the middle of a Channel 8 interview, you got Channel 8 out there, and they're interviewing the homeowners, and Rudy pulls up in his brother's scooter. All right? So Rudy, and if you remember, if you listen back to yesterday's show, we said, man, Rudy seems distraught. We said we felt bad for Rudy.
It seemed like a very genuine apology coming from Rudy.
You even said that.
Yes.
You said, man, that is a real, listen, Rudy is distraught about having the seizure and driving his Lexus through this family's home in Spring Hill. So what pissed off a listener? What caused a listener to leave this complaint call on voicemail?
Yeah, I'm calling about the MJ in the Morning show where he was making fun of that kid crashing into the house. He was cleared for 3 years, no seizures. He should not be making fun of somebody like that. That is wrong for MJ. I will not listen to your show no more.
I will not listen to your show. No, first of all, sir, it's anymore. 5 points out for grammar.
Grammatical errors aside.
Yeah, I will not listen to your show anymore. It's not, I will not listen to your show no more.
He's not listening.
First of all, we did not make fun of Rudy. We said we felt bad for Rudy.
And he was cleared to drive. Right. But I feel bad for Rudy in the sense that he hit this person's house and it seemed like a genuine apology.
So what did we do that possibly offended? Why would that caller who took the time to call the radio station, ask for the programming department, got our program director Rick's extension, and left a voicemail message complaining about the show? What was it? So I had to think back. It had to be The Price is Right. But we...
How much damage you did?
Well... What? Do you remember what I said? The reason why that caller must have been pissed off, because I said, and it just kind of dawned on me, can you imagine if the family was in the living room and they were watching The Price is Right? Right? They're watching The Price is Right, and suddenly the announcer announces what the prize is, and the announcer of The Price is Right says,
"A new car!"
And then the car smashes through the house. That's what I said. I just had this visual. A Lexus drives through your house. You're watching The Price is Right. The announcer says, "A new car!" And then Rudy smashes his Lexus through your living room. Would that have been remarkable timing?
Yeah, very Matrixy.
We weren't making fun of Rudy with the seizure. I just had this vision of the family in the living room watching The Price is Right. A new car! And then, boom, here comes Rudy right through the,
All right, so...
I wasn't making fun. Hey, caller, complainer, I was not making fun of Rudy, okay?
Play the message again.
Okay, you want to hear Rudy again?
Well, no, I want to hear complainer again.
Well, that's I'm sorry. Okay, you want to hear the complainer? Yeah. I don't know the complainer's name. I know the seizure driver's name. That's Rudy.
Right.
All right. This is the complaint call.
Yeah, I'm calling about the MJ in the Morning.
I love the yeah.
Yeah, I'm calling about the MJ in the Morning show. Where he was making fun of that kid crashing into the house.
No.
He was cleared for 3 years, no seizures. He should not be making fun of somebody like that. That is wrong for MJ. I will not listen to your show no more. Thank you.
It was polite at the end.
Thank you. That guy's listening right now, I'm telling you.
I can't get past the double negative at the end. I will not listen to your show
no more.
No more. So here I am. Listen. On the story, it's tragic that the house was hit and these people are put out. Nobody was injured.
Nobody was making fun of Rudy with the seizure.
My barometer for making jokes about stuff is, was anybody really injured in it? So nobody was injured.
Right.
It happened. It's in the news. We can talk about it and kind of have a little levity with it. Rudy wasn't injured.
I'm guessing Rudy had car insurance.
I hope.
What is farmers? Bump. Hey, we know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
Yes.
Yeah.
Man going back to the scene of the crime, groveling for an apology. We know. We've seen that before.
All right, folks, if you heard the segment yesterday, or if you'd like to comment on that caller complaining, would you like to phone in? 800-990-1047. Were we terrible? Are we horrible human beings Did you think I was making fun of Rudy? No. If you go back and listen to yesterday's show, we said we felt bad for Rudy.
Do we have any clips from yesterday's show?
I mean, listen, we can dig them. I'm telling you, I don't know if I need to play it. I mean, I know what I said. I listened back to it last night.
Yeah, you did say Price is Right. A new car!
No, but that, dude.
But we didn't, you know what we didn't do? Hit the gas instead of the brake.
I mean,
We refrained from doing that.
Yeah, I mean.
That could have gone really sideways.
All right, hang on. Calls are rolling in on this. I mean, I was just saying, I wasn't making fun of Rudy and the seizure. I was just saying the car drove through the house. What if the family was watching The Price is Right? And right when the announcer said, a new car, and, suddenly Rudy drives through the front of the house. That's all I said.
A new car!
I mean, I was not making fun of Rudy, for crying out loud. I mean, look at the phones. The phones have exploded here. All right, 800-990-1047 if you want to get in. 800-990-1047. This is not for the MJ Morning Show Inflation Smasher yet. All right, not yet on the Inflation Smasher. This is only the MJ Morning Show complaint line phone calls. All right, come on down! All right, let me grab Linda. Linda, hi, you're on the MJ Morning Show.
Hey, good morning.
Yes.
I was listening to there was nothing insulting about that, but if you listen to the complaint message and then listen to Rudy, I think it was Rudy that called in. It sounds like the same voice, just not quite as stressed out.
I was thinking the same thing.
Oh.
I was wondering that myself.
You think the complaint
like Rudy.
You think the complaint call sounded like Rudy?
Yeah, I wanted to hear him not under stress or in distress, I should say.
Thank you, Roxanne. It sounds like I'm pretty good with voices.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's people's voice, but thank you, Roxanne. I think it was Rudy.
I think you're onto something.
So Rudy called to defend his own honor?
Wow, that is a listen. I can do an A/B comparison. Hold on a minute. Let me do a. I know. Listen, Rudy on the Channel 8 interview. He's so distraught. All right, let's listen again. All right, this is Rudy when he pulls up to the family getting interviewed by Channel 8 after the car smashed through. Listen,
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to run into your house.
What happened?
I had a seizure. I just got out of the hospital. I'm so sorry that I hurt anybody.
You should not have been driving.
I don't have seizures no more.
I know.
It just came out of nowhere.
I know, but you shouldn't have been driving.
All right, what do you what?
That guy
more.
He used a double negative.
I don't have seizures
I
no
don't
more.
have seizures
wait
no
a
more.
second. Hold on. Now let me play the complaint call.
Yeah, I'm calling about the MJ in the Morning Show, where he was making fun of that kid crashing into the house. He was cleared for 3 years, no seizures. He should not be making fun of somebody like that. That is wrong for MJ. I will not listen to your show no more.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, so
Linda, you might have something here.
could it be, Linda? Could it be a relative? Because he said that kid was cleared for his.
If it was a kid, I didn't see the clip.
Yeah, I don't know how old Rudy is.
Nobody knows except for this guy who called in that Rudy might be a kid.
Yeah.
Honestly, I really do think that was Rudy, or like you said, Roxanne, a relative.
All right, but Linda, did you hear it yesterday?
Yes, I did.
All right, were we making fun of Rudy? We were not.
No, not at all.
I know. All right, did you laugh when I hit The Price is Right, a new car?
Of course I laughed.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. Yeah. All right, Linda, thank you for calling, Linda.
Linda, the voice detective.
Yeah, that's great.
Very observant.
Hey, all the phones jammed up here. Anonymous.
All right.
Anonymous is next. Hi, Anonymous. Welcome to the MJ Morning Show.
Hi, how are you?
Yeah, we're fine. What's up?
I just wanted to call. I don't think he was making fun of him either. I think it was him that called in to say something because it hurt his little feelings.
Rudy has a lot bigger problems right now than a radio show talking about
Listen,
him.
I wish Rudy the best. I hope Rudy, I hope he doesn't have any more seizures. We're not making fun of Rudy. I want Rudy to obviously medically recover, and I want the guy to be okay. We're not making fun of Rudy. Anything else?
No, I just love the MJ Morning Show.
Well, thank you so much. Why do you want to be anonymous? Why don't? Come on, what's your first name?
Margie.
Hi, Margie. Hi.
Okay, you can be Margie.
Hi,
Thank
Marge.
you, Margie.
Thank you, Marge.
Yeah.
All right, thanks.
Tell him Marge sent you.
Come on.
All right, Melissa is in Tampa. Hey, Melissa, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hi. First of all, I think it might have been Rudy that called. I never thought of that.
Yeah.
But either way, that call was just hurt over that. You were not making fun of anybody.
No, I was not. But,
No, you made a funny statement, though. I love the fact that you said the price is right, and I actually got a visual in my head of a car come through.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? A new car that Rudy drives right through
That
your
was
place.
the point, Melissa.
Yeah, that's what we do.
You
Paint pictures in your head.
Talk about sense around, you know?
Yeah.
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 All right.
Like 3D.
Yeah, it's like 3D experience. Exactly. Melissa, thank you.
Alrighty, bye-bye.
Listen, our callers love this content. All right, Jamie in Tampa. Hi, Jamie. You're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey, good morning.
Hi, Jamie. Welcome.
I think that comment was hilarious. I was in wall-to-wall traffic having a horrible morning. I knew by 8:36 or whatever the time was, I was going to have a horrible morning.
Yep.
But I was cracking up laughing, and I think the other caller is right. The only person that would have been offended by that would have been if it was him calling in, because that's the only thing that makes sense. You weren't making fun of him. You were just making a joke about the situation, and it was a great joke. I mean, how could you not make that joke?
A new car!
That's it, man. Just a little Price is Right humor on the MJ Morning Show. Jamie, why was your day so bad yesterday?
I-4 traffic was horrible. I listen to you guys on the radio when I'm in Tampa, and then I drive to Orlando and turn it on MJTV so I can see you guys as well when I'm in traffic. But it was just, yesterday was a nightmare in traffic. There was multiple accidents and was late to work, so it was
I'm
just
sorry. Hey, if you watch MJTV this morning, you'll see that I have this weird little curly Q coming down. I've got a Christopher Reeve original Superman curly Q hanging down my forehead on MJTV. Jamie, have a great day. I hope today's better for you, okay?
So far, so good. Thank you. Have a great day.
You too. One more call on this. Erica's in Largo. Hi, Erica.
Good morning.
Morning, Erica. Go ahead.
Yes, I just wanted to say the person who had time in his day to call in and complain is out of his tree. I really feel that I almost crashed my car this morning when I heard the replay of it. I thought it was hilarious. And that man just needs to build a bridge and get over it because that's just ridiculous to call in.
Erica,
and take time out for
Erica.
that. You guys are awesome. I listen every morning. I've listened for years and years, and I love you guys.
Erica, listen. Saying I almost crashed my car really isn't appropriate with this story.
Say that again?
You said you almost crashed your car when we replayed it. And Rudy crashed his car into this house.
Do me a favor. Just stay away from that lady's house in Spring Hill.
Very insensitive.
Pick another house.
Spring Hill, I promise.
Thank you, Erica. Have a great day.
Have a good day.
All right, 8:07 at the MJ Morning Show.
All women that came to our defense.
Look at that.
Yeah.
That's phenomenal.
That's awesome. Thank you, ladies.
You know what? All the men must be offended. The women thought it was hysterical.
That is a male complainer?
Yes, it is.
Is it?
Oh, yeah. The complaint call was a male. Absolutely.
A new car!
All right. Hey, if you want to see the cutest picture of Khloe, it is on my Instagram. I think it's close to 1,000 likes so far. So last night we took Khloe to Roca for, well, actually, you're going to love this.
I love Roca.
Khloe made her own birthday reservation at Roca. She, like a month ago or 3 weeks ago.
That's the time to do it.
And we went early. So, listen, Tuesday night at 5:30, it's a little easier than Saturday night at 7:30 at Roca.
Tuesday, we couldn't possibly get you in at 5:30.
I love the fact that Khloe booked her own birthday dinner. So hey, we're going to Roca for my birthday. So Roca was great last night. Khloe had never been. Khloe was trying, dying to try Roca, and, we went last night, and we snapped a really, really cute picture of Khloe on her 23rd birthday yesterday. Khloe was 23 years old, and does that not look gorgeous? Look at her picture. I mean,
So pretty.
What an awesome picture.
I don't know that you can use the word cute anymore.
I can't
But it's
believe
his
that's
daughter.
my little Khloe, and she's 23 years old. You know, she's working at the Hillsborough County State Attorney's Office for a year. Then she's going to start applying for law schools in a couple of weeks. To enter law school in the fall of 25. So she's going to work at the State Attorney's Office, Susie Lopez's office, for about a year, and then go to law school. Hey, you got to see the picture. It's just she got a great smile on her face. And the picture's on my Instagram. Khloe's birthday picture is on my Instagram at Certified MJ Radio. Certified MJ Radio, if you want to see Khloe last night, 23rd birthday. And it's just a really nice picture. So, again, happy birthday, Khloe. I can't believe you're 23. It's like yesterday that I was at St. Joseph's Women's Hospital and Michelle was giving birth.
You know what's funny is Khloe does look beautiful in that photo, and she's very photogenic. But I've met Khloe in person. Obviously, she's prettier in person, even, and that's rare now with all the filters. And usually, you see someone in person, they're not as dolled up as they
If you
are.
want to see a cute picture of Khloe, look at the one of her sitting on the alligator. See, that's when you refer to your daughter as cute when she's 5.
Yeah, the picture before, we had a story about Gatorland that Gatorland in Orlando has, against all odds, has managed to survive and thrive all of these years. Kind of like this hokey, kind of fun, more rustic,
old school side of the road attraction.
It's like an old school Florida attraction.
Yeah.
And I read a story in the last week or so about how Gatorland has managed to survive and thrive. And Michelle saw me reading the story. She's like, "Hey, I've got those pictures somewhere of Khloe and Julian at Gatorland when they were little kids." And Michelle dug them out from the summer of 2006. And I have pictures of the kids sitting on the gator at Gatorland with the gator's mouth all taped up. Khloe's hands are on the gator's mouth. And that's the picture before Khloe's birthday shot. It's on my Instagram, Certified MJ Radio. If you don't follow me, give me a follow, Certified MJ Radio. Let me grab the caller to play the MJ Morning Show Inflation Smasher. Roxanne, I think you have something else to say. Let me just solicit here quickly. Folks, it's time. Let's go. Let's go with caller number 50. Caller 50. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. Your chance to play the MJ Morning Show Inflation Smasher right now. We're bashing the crap out of inflation and high prices. Folks, you know what's happened in the last couple of years. Prices are through the roof. Inflation has been nuts. They say, inflation's coming down now. Oh, really? Do you notice cheaper bills at the grocery store? I don't. All right, let's go. Caller 50, you get to play the Inflation Smasher. We kick up the machine, you smash the glass, and you could win up to $1,000. Nothing less than $500, ladies and gentlemen. Caller 50 right now, you get to play 800-990-1047.
I was just going to tell Fester, he has to say his daughter's cute. He can't say, it's weird when dads say that about their daughters, isn't Khloe gorgeous? Isn't Khloe hot? That's just not.
I would never say.
Right,
no.
Right. You just say, that's a beautiful photo, or isn't she cute?
A beautiful photo is appropriate.
Yeah,
you don't have to get much deeper into that.
I feel like my dad. I know he never said anything. He only said Roxanne is a cutie pie. That's what he would say, and then he would say she got her good looks from me. But he would never be like, oh, my daughter's this or that. Dad's just.
I would never. That's creepy.
That's
if a dad says,
right?
"Oh, my daughter's hot." No father should say that.
It's a Jessica Simpson dad move.
Did you put a quote bubble above your head on your Instagram photo?
Yeah, why? No. You can put that's just the daily message.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. It's not permanent.
I don't know. I never saw that before.
That's not. You can put a little message on your Instagram feed.
Okay.
Yeah, and it falls off after 24 hours.
I did not know that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, something to that effect. Yeah, I do it occasionally. I'll put one of those things up there. All right. So Andrew's looking for caller 50 right now. Couple of things on the Matthew Perry front. I was flabbergasted. I was shocked Matthew Perry's doctor, the Dr. Placentia, one of the doctors.
That's just a funny name.
Really
what,
is.
because you think of placenta?
Yeah. What else do you think of?
Dr. Afterbirth is not available right now. Dr. Placenta, please come in quickly. We need you.
Dr. Umbilical Cord.
Yes.
Dr. Placentia. Well, listen, this Dr. Placentia was involved in getting Matthew Perry the ketamine that ultimately killed him. He was involved. I guess he got the ketamine from the Ketamine Queen of North Hollywood. But this is what's unbelievable. I saw yesterday that Matthew Perry's Dr. Placentia, that the doctor has reopened the practice, has just been charged with multiple charges involving the overdose death of Matthew Perry from Friends. He faces up to 120 years in federal prison, and he's reopened his practice. Who's like, me, I want to go to the doctor that was involved in the killing of Matthew Perry from Friends.
Listen, he probably has appointments available. We've recently had several cancellations at the Placenta Medical Clinic.
God. Again, from TMZ, one of the doctors charged in the death of Matthew Perry is already getting back into business, almost as usual, because while he's allowed to treat patients, there are some federal strings attached. Dr. Salvador Placencia can legally reopen his medical practice, the Malibu Kenyan Urgent Care, as soon as yesterday, following the arrest last week, and his attorney, Stephen Sachs, told TMZ Placentia will do just that. Yes, the catch, though, is that the lawyer says the doctor must inform all patients about his ongoing criminal case. Oh, so wait, you go into the...
How does that go?
Yeah, okay, you're a patient.
All right.
You walk into my... Hi, hey, Fester, welcome to Malibu Urgent Care.
Hey, good to see you, Doc.
I got to tell you that I was responsible for killing Matthew Perry from Friends.
Oh, he was my least favorite character anyway. But you didn't kill Joey, did you?
So if I killed Joey...
that's a different story.
Or Monica...
I loved Monica.
Then you'd walk right out. He's got to oh, my God. And he also has to tell him that the DEA, that they yanked his registration, so he can't prescribe any medication. So what? I mean, what good is he?
He's just like a counselor now. I mean,
so all doctors have a DEA number, to prescribe drugs.
Right.
So I guess his DEA registration has been suspended, so he can't prescribe. But can you imagine? This is nuts. Yeah, I want to go to the doctor that was part of the clan that killed Matthew Perry.
I came up with a first verse to Ketamine Queen.
That's
Caribbean
unbelievable.
Queen.
Hold on.
Yeah,
MJ, don't gloss over that.
Yeah.
What?
Yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
A couple days ago,
somebody said we missed the boat by not having Ketamine Queen to Caribbean Queen or Caribbean Queen.
I mean, I can't even say her name
Roxanne
without singing Ketamine Queen.
Right? Roxanne just said she worked out the first verse. We have to get back to that.
The Ketamine Queen, apparently, who was the pipeline for the illegal ketamine, the vials, because remember, they made fun of Matthew Perry. And remember, the doctors, in a text message, they were saying, how big of a moron is Matthew Perry for the amount of money he was spending on the ketamine? These doctors sold Matthew Perry 20 vials of ketamine. The vials cost $12 a piece, and they charged Matthew Perry $55,000, which is unbelievable. And the Ketamine Queen of North Hollywood is Jasveen Sangha. And a listener said, MJ, you missed the boat. You should have used Billy Ocean's. That we should have used that song, and we should have had Magic Mark, our parody guy, do Ketamine Queen.
Listen,
Ketamine Queen.
I know we have Inflation Smasher coming up, but I do want to hear Roxanne's first verse to the song.
Let's smash. Want to come back to me?
Yeah, go ahead. You want me to play the song again?
It's just I'm going to tell you the lyrics. I'm not a good singer.
No, you got to sing it. You got to sing it. Oh, hang on. I've got caller 50 on hold. Hold on. Hi, good morning. You are caller 50. Who's this?
Pam?
Hey, Pam, hold on 1 second. We're just finishing up this, okay?
Okay.
Pam, you get to play the Inflation Smasher in just a second, so hold on a minute.
Keep Pam on the line. She wants to hear Roxanne sing Ketamine Queen, too.
She is on the line.
Okay.
All right, so Roxanne, you've got lyrics to Ketamine Queen?
I'm getting there. I have like the first.
All right, let's hear it. All right, ready? 3, 2, and...
Wait.
What?
I want to do a disclaimer that this is not offensive to Matthew Perry. God rest his soul.
Come on. Matthew Perry won't be offended.
What are you getting all soft now because of the Price is Right car crash thing?
Yeah, I mean, this is just,
You should worry more about the
at
feelings of the Ketamine Queen.
This is digs at the Queen. She's probably going to get out of jail and come after me. All right, here we go.
Hold on a second. All right, I'm going to give you a 3 count, and then I'm going to start the song. So you can have 1 beat, then he goes into Ketamine Queen.
No,
You ready?
no, but that's not where I'm picking it up. I'm picking it up at She Dashed By Me.
All right.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, all right, go ahead. All right, go. Well,
Just
hold
go.
on. Andrew, can you play the whole song? Can you? All right, Andrew, do you have the whole song? All right, start Caribbean Queen. Pam, are you okay? Do you have a few minutes?
Yeah.
She's not going anywhere.
Hang on. We'll play the Inflation Smasher in a second. All right.
Okay.
So, all right, Andrew, do you have Caribbean Queen? All right, here we go. Andrew should have it. Andrew, play it when you can. How long? Here we go. Ba-da! Do you have something for She's Simply Awesome?
I haven't gotten there yet.
Oh, you haven't got
Here we go.
All right.
She dashed by me.
No,
with
no,
some special
it's not yet.
But that's good, right?
All right, here we go. All right, here we go.
She dashed by me with some special K-beans. I just made up beans, I don't know the term.
Here we go.
Yes.
And all heads turned because they were the fiends. Right?
Yes!
Uh-huh. You don't even have to change these next
all right, here
lines.
we go.
In the blink of an eye, I knew her number and her name. Yeah, because she's their drug dealer now,
Ketamine
right?
Queen of North
Right,
Hollywood.
there we go.
Yeah.
She said I was the tiger she wanted to tame because it's cat tranquilizer.
Oh, yeah.
Then we need to change the lyric.
Ketamine Queen.
Now we're sharing the same ream. Ream's a quantity. And our hearts, they beat until they're done.
Yeah, the heart beats until it's done.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Oh
And that's it.
Right.
Roxanne, that is really
No, I'm
good.
like, I am kind of good at this.
Look at that.
These lyrics.
Oh, yeah,
it's my special kind of
you have a
thing.
gift. Hey, Pam, what do you think of that, Pam? Did you like that or what?
Yeah, that was
right.
pretty good.
All right, Pam, are you ready to play the Inflation Smasher?
I am.
All right, do you know how the Inflation Smasher works?
I just tell you when to stop.
Exactly. So we're going to fire up the Inflation Smasher cyclotron, and this thing's going to go, and then I'm going to tell you, just yell out, smash it, and then we'll smash out the glass panel and see how much money you win in the Inflation Smasher. Let's fire up the machine. Here we go.
The MJ Morning Show Inflation Smasher has been activated.
All right, Pam, it is running. The machine is spinning. Whenever you want me to smash it, you just yell, smash it!
Smash it.
You've won $900.
Oh! Yeah. Pam, you got $900.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations. The MJ Morning Show Inflation Smasher, smashing the hell out of inflation and high prices. And you've got $900 cash from the MJ Morning Show and Q105, and I'm sure that's going to help a little bit.
Oh, yes. Very much so.
All right, Pam, congratulations. You're the latest winner of $900. Andrew is going to pick up the call, get all your information. And, Pam, where are you calling from?
Parrish.
From Parrish. Well, listen, hey, thank you so much for listening down in Manatee, and hopefully we'll hear from you again, all right?
Oh, yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right, Andrew, you got Pam's on line 2. All right. The Inflation Smasher will pop up again a little after 3 o'clock with Gino, and then we'll play it again tomorrow morning around 8 o'clock here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. All right, so everyone, you can stop calling now and free up my lines because I got to take some phone calls on something else. Hey, so we're in the middle, obviously, of an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105, 104.7 FM. Where'd Fester go? Fester
He just scooted out. Is he talking to Andrew? Yeah, I think
here.
okay, he's back.
Yeah, Fester, where'd you go? Professor just like ran out of the room like his pants were on fire.
Well, speaking of your pants, you're wearing pants today. You're never a pant wearer.
Yeah, once in a blue moon, a little panty. MJ, we missed something from yesterday.
Oh, no.
That several people have asked me about. My wife Allison has asked me about it.
What did I do now?
You did nothing.
Oh, okay. That's a change.
Yesterday was a very significant day in the life of your daughter, and we called her in the morning to wish her a happy birthday.
Yeah.
And she quickly got off the line with us because Chet did something for her. Yeah. Everybody wants to know, what did Chet do for Khloe's birthday?
Yeah. So Khloe's boyfriend, we had Khloe on the phone. I was wishing her a happy birthday, and she said, I got to run. I just got a message from Chet that I got to go outside, and there's a surprise out there. It was a bouquet of flowers.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah, because if he had the whole yard decorated with like the lawn birthday card taking up my whole front yard, I would have. I wouldn't have been happy with that. I mean, listen, some people are, and that's great, but I was hoping that he didn't do a giant, happy birthday Khloe deal in the front yard.
Yeah, Chet's smarter than that. He knows that would have been violence.
Hey, do you know what a Walmart walker is? Do you know what a Target walker is? And this is interesting. I've seen two separate items in the last couple of days, one involving a Walmart walker and one involving a Target walker.
Is it like the mall walker?
No. So a mall walker is when you exercise.
Yeah, the mall opens up like at 10, but the doors open like at 8:30 and you can walk around.
You've got senior citizens that do the mall walking.
Okay.
And, malls will, it's nothing to do. Nope.
Okay.
Incorrect.
Then I don't know.
Roxanne, do you have any idea what a Target walker is or a Walmart walker?
Do you get walked to your car if you request it? I didn't know that was something they offered. Probably not.
Let me give you another term.
Okay.
So I'm being specific by saying Walmart and Target, but this can happen at other places. They're called floor walkers.
Oh, so it's got to be someone who's just...
Hang on.
Okay, I got you now.
A floor walker. So a Target walker, a Walmart walker, but in a more generic sense, they're called floor walkers.
So is it like an employee that's just there eyeballing you, walking around with no real department, just looking to catch somebody?
Bingo.
Is that an extension of like loss prevention or something like that? Like hammer room?
Exactly what it is.
Are they plainclothes walkers?
Yeah.
Ooh, interesting.
Yep. So again, two different stories in the course of a couple of days. One involves a Target walker, one involves a Walmart walker. Listen to this. We follow you into the store. Former Walmart floor walker reveals how they target, no pun intended, up to 200 people a day. You probably don't even know that they're watching you. They're following you. So this goes above and beyond all of the security cameras that they have, all up in the ceiling that are watching you. Or the cameras you've seen now on like high theft aisles, they'll even have like a monitor that comes down from the ceiling and it says, you're on video and you can see yourself. You've seen those, like in the cosmetics aisles, or you go to the aisles
like the razor aisle.
Yeah.
I think there was one I saw in like the car parts aisle where people, it's way in the back corner of the store. People can take a piece and walk right out.
Yeah. So listen to this. A former Walmart loss prevention floor walker spills how he would target specific shoppers to prevent theft. Yeah, posted a video online. He said that he was fired by Walmart, and that prompted him to go online and shoot a video and share the tricks of the trade with unknowing customers. He said, listen to this. We were always stationed in our cars. This story gets better. So it's not like they're picking you up in the store. They're just walking these floor walkers, they're in their car in the parking lot. And
watching you walk in?
Yes, and then they'll follow you in like they're a regular. I mean, they're really selling this. Like they're walking in like a regular customer. So he says, we're always stationed in our cars. When you pull in, that's when we get the go-ahead to follow you into the store. This gives the illusion that we arrived at the store at the same time. He goes on to explain that each floor walker has one target at a time. They follow you as you do your shopping and check out with you. On a slow shift, we would do 50 targets. On a busy day, we would do 200 customers. If you're suspected of any theft, we're mandated to film you just in case later we have to use it in court. This is incredible. Who knew this? That they've got undercover Walmart floor walkers that are sitting in the parking lot and they're like targeting certain customers and following them into the store, getting out of their car with the illusion that they're arriving at Walmart just like you to get some low prices at Walmart. Is that not crazy? And then a couple of days later, I see the Target story. Floor walkers, and apparently this is a big deal on certain social media channels at this. So this has become a little topic. If you're doom scrolling, you might see these videos that are popping up on social media. There are various videos regarding these floor walkers.
Kind of like sky marshals.
Sky marshals for the Walmart.
Yeah. Well, air marshal. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like the air marshal of Walmart.
That's right.
So here's one about Target. Floor walkers have become very popular in the last week or so. Employees, usually at large retail stores, who often dress in plain clothes and discreetly follow customers around while they're shopping. Videos are being shared. Individuals are not telling stories. So what's happening is it kind of feeds the machine that the pump has been primed and now other people are making their own videos. Oh, hey, I was a Walmart floor walker. I was a Target floor walker. And in fact, I have some audio here. This is Logan Moore. And Logan shot a video, I think, after hearing about the Walmart guy. And now Logan has shot a video, and Logan is talking about his time floor walking at Target.
You don't have to be scared of floor walkers when you're shopping in Target. Target, like any other major store these days, also has floor walkers. But as long as you're not shoplifting, you really don't have to worry. Have you ever been in a store and been followed by a floor walker? Possibly. It's very possible. You might not have even known about it. And guess what? As long as you weren't stealing, they have nothing. Their only job as a floor walker or asset protection is to make sure you're not stealing and just to check in and kind of watch. And if they see you stealing, they record it. And that is added into the case file against you for when Target or wherever it takes you to court. So yeah, Target has them. Everybody has them. Pretty much every major grocery store chain that's going to be out there, or like Home Depot or Lowe's, or, you know, they're everywhere. So you got to watch out for floor walkers if you're stealing. But as I've said in the last video, don't shoplift. Like, is it that hard? Just don't shoplift. You know?
just don't shoplift. No, but the point is, have you been followed?
Sure.
Have you had someone follow you from the parking lot undercover, just watching you? And are they waiting for somebody that exudes suspicion? Is there
what kind of profiling is going on?
Yeah,
with
exactly.
I was just about to say that. What is the profile training? What are they looking for when they follow you in and then discreetly? And they must be fairly decent. Listen, if someone's following me around the store
the whole time, from the time I walk in to the time I check out,
at some point I'm getting suspicious. So they must be trained in keeping enough of a distance or watching you from afar. Because if somebody's just on your jock, man, you know, you're just going to get suspicious. Like, what do you...
How can they see you steal something if they're that far away? They'd have to be pretty close to you.
Yeah, well, they have to be close enough, but far enough that they don't arouse suspicion, is what I'm saying. Anyway, I think we've just opened people's eyes, and now people are going to be looking around for these so-called floor walkers at Target and Walmart and other retail establishments.
You ever go to Costco? Because the guy said they're everywhere, right?
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever been into Costco and they have these people? We think they're undercover, not like secret shoppers, but they come up to you and you'll be looking at vitamins and they're the Kirkland brand. And they're like, oh, you ever had those Kirkland vitamins? They're the best. Like, you meet a lot of people like that in Costco, and we feel like they're plants, like
So
they're
you think-
brand plants.
You think they're like undercover product pushers?
Yes.
Really?
That's my suspicion. And I was just wondering if those undercover product pushers also do floor walking.
So like they have a tube of like preparation H, and then they have like Kirkland H, and you're like, oh god, man, my ass.
You're thinking about it. They're there to just
my hemorrhoids are on fire.
push you over the edge. Like,
Hey.
I've had great experiences with that.
But listen, a lot of the Kirkland store brands, a lot of the Kirkland labeled Costco products are very, very good.
So a lot of them are made in the same facilities.
You know, people were pissed. I guess Kirkland did away with a chocolate chip.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not making this up.
I believe you.
Google Kirkland chocolate chips, and the stories will pop up. Apparently, recently, Kirkland Costco, they discontinued their Kirkland brand chocolate chips, and they've replaced them with like the bags of the Nestle Toll House chocolate chips. And customers are outraged. Look at this. Why is Costco discontinuing its customer favorite chocolate chips?
This is from the Food Network, so you know it's important.
Oh yeah, this is a real deal here. Hey, a lot of the Kirkland products people get very passionate. Hey, people are still pissed beyond belief that Costco got rid of the plastic rotisserie chicken container and they went to the bag. People are hating the bags. Listen, I buy Costco olive oil is very good. I buy either the California brand, so the California 100% California olive oil. They also have the global blends, and they have different blends. The global blend is a little more economical, and it's still a very good product. But I like the 100% California brand olive oil. It's really good. But also the Kirkland offerings. Kirkland at Costco, they have they have Spanish olive oils and they have Italian olive oils, and my experience with those have been very, very good. Oh, look at the time, guys. You know what time it is?
Yes.
Oh no, yeah.
Well, it's about time to solicit calls for happiness, or
sadness.
Yeah. Well, because we had a story earlier today.
I forgot. What does it say?
By 8:36 in the morning, you know if you're going to have a bad day. The average person knows if their day has been ruined by 8:36 a.m. And it is now seconds away from 8:36 a.m. We're getting close, folks. We are about 10 seconds away. We're very, very close. All right, stand by, ladies and gentlemen. We're almost there. We're almost there. All right, we're 5 seconds away.
We're very close.
Ladies and gentlemen, at the tone, it'll be 8:36. Okay, here we go. It is now 8:36. We need people to call up and tell us that they already know that their day is effed. Their day is absolutely ruined. Call us up and tell us why. Now, sir, there was a story earlier that we did. There's a survey that was commissioned by the Avocado Green Mattress Company. According to study finds, the average American knows by 8:36 a.m. if their day is ruined. All right, let's go to phones right now because it's 8:36. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. Do you already know at 8:36 right now that your day is Look, the phone's already ringing. 800-990-1047. 800. See, we said we were going to do this, and we're doing it. It's called a payoff, baby, in the biz. All right, 800-990-1047. Is your day ruined already, and you know it? I want to know why. Let's go to phones. Fester, bring up the screener. I don't have to tell you that every single time.
Because my day's ruined already.
Bring up the phone screener. Let's start with Robin in Clearwater. Robin, hi. Welcome to the MJ Morning Show.
Good morning. So, sorry, my day is not ruined. My day is going to be fantastic because I was in and out of Firestone getting the alignment on my tires in 22 minutes.
Ooh, nice.
Wow. All right. So
and they exceeded your expectations.
Yeah, so you're flipping the script on us. Your day, you knew by 8:36 that you were going to have a great day.
Exactly. So sorry to everybody else's day that's ruined that's coming up next, but let's start it out positive.
Hi, this is Robin in Clearwater. My day is great, but for everyone coming up next with your ruined day.
Sorry.
All right. Thank you, Robin. Have a great day, Robin. Thank you.
I will. Thank you.
Let's go to the wreckage. How about Rachel in Lutz? Rachel, you're on the MJ Morning. Hi, Rachel. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Yes, my day is ruined. When you said that, I looked at my driving app, and I'm going to be really late to work.
Traffic, where are you? What's going on?
There's 2 accidents on southbound Veterans. And even though I passed them now, I'm super late.
So you're just sitting in traffic on the Veterans right now?
Moving very slowly.
Where are you on the vet?
Oh, gosh, I'm not sure.
Are you near, like, Anderson, Lineball? Where are you about?
I think I just passed Gun.
Oh, Gun Highway. All right.
Yeah, there's Gun right there, yep.
All right, Rachel, I'm sorry. All right.
Thank you, but that's an interesting study.
Where are you headed?
West Shore area.
Yeah, all right. So, yeah,
you got a little drive ahead of me.
Yeah, you're late. You're screwed.
Yeah. What time are you supposed to be at work?
9.
9 o'clock. Well, listen, you've got 20. What is your GPS saying now? How many minutes?
9:12 is when I'll get there.
Oh, 12 minutes late. Oh, man. All right. Well,
I know.
Well, is your job lenient? I mean, are you going to get written up or something or what?
Hopefully not. Usually not.
What do you do? Listen, you don't have to tell me the name of the company, but what type of work do you do?
Call center.
All right. Oh, man, I'm sorry. All right. Well, Rachel, listen, have a great day, and I hope things get better for you, okay?
Thank you. Appreciate it, MJ. Have a good day.
You too. All right, let me grab Andrea, Lakewood Ranch. Andrea, hi, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Did you know just minutes ago at 8:36 your day was going to be ruined?
Than this, so yeah, my day is kind of starting off bad with this. Yep.
Hey, Andrea, can you pick up the phone? It sounds like your phone is in the trunk.
No, she's listening to the radio.
Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, all right.
Oh, yeah, all right.
All right, yeah, I can hear you now. All right, go ahead. Speak right into your hands-free mic.
Oh, my.
Okay. So yeah, usually I sound a lot sexier than this, but I caught this nasty cold, and the icing on the cake was that it was my last night to spend with my daughter, who's leaving. She left this morning for Colorado.
Oh.
So I was basically like in a coma last night, blowing my nose until, like, I can't believe how much matter came out of my nose last night. It was amazing. And
I can't believe how much matter came out of my nose. What, like a 5-gallon Home Depot bucket worth?
Oh my God! Like it was like, you know, Mickey Mouse and the sorcerers, like where all that water keeps on gushing in.
Yeah, I got you. I don't need any more visual here, Andrea.
You got it coming at you from every angle, like your leaky nose, you're not sounding sexy, and you're missing your daughter.
Well, listen, you could have diarrhea too, so
It's not every angle, Roxanne.
Andrea, I wish you a better day. Okay.
Yeah, the worst part was that the daughter, I didn't get to spend quality time with her. But thank you so much. I've been a listener. My daughter's like Khloe's age, so they grew up together.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you, Andrea. I hope you feel better.
Thank you.
Melanie in Largo. Melanie, did you know by 8:36 just minutes ago that you were having a really bad day?
No, I had no idea. I'm listening to you going, wow, that's kind of crazy because I have, great days usually every day. Then all of a sudden I'm listening to you. Boom! My tire blows in the fast lane on 19.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so I get over, quick, just over to the fast lane. My heart's beating fast. Cars are flying by me. I'm like, oh, my gosh. And then, so I called Highway Patrol. A very nice, good Samaritan stop, by the way. Him and a volunteer police officer named Jerry. They stopped and they changed my tire.
Oh.
And while they're changing my tire in the fast lane on 19, my granddaughter called and said, "La, I just locked myself out of the house with a puppy, and there's tater tots in the oven." And oh my gosh, so and she's in on it.
Oh, wait a second. Your phone is not that clear. Wait a minute. What? There are tater tots in the oven, and she lost her cell phone?
No, she locked herself out of the house.
Oh, she locked herself out of the house, and there are tater tots in the oven.
Yes, so I'm on my way back to St. Pete to let her in, and there's tater tots still in the oven.
Oh, my God. The tater tots are going to look like...
they're going to be cremated.
They're going to be ashes.
Yeah, really. It's going to...
I know, right? So, and then I'm listening to the bad day, and I'm like, oh, my gosh, now I'm worried. Like, what else is going to happen? Should I just go to bed?
did. I don't know.
Yeah.
Cause you had a bad day.
There you go.
Take it one
Hey,
I gotta
thanks.
say, Melanie, I don't think about tater tots as a breakfast food, but yeah, I think.
Why not?
I mean, I just
Hey,
don't.
A hash brown.
You're absolutely right.
What the hell is different about a hash brown and a tater tot?
I'm completely with you.
You tell me, smart guy.
Listen, I'm agreeing.
All right. Hey, have a great day, Melanie.
All right.
I hope it gets better. Listen, I'm glad your tire got changed by Good Samaritans.
Yes, it was amazing. There's people still out there like that. I mean, shout out to Jerry,
All right, Melanie, thank you so much. I'm glad things worked out. Have a great day. All right. Anonymous. Anonymous in Winter Haven. Hi, Anonymous. You're on the MJ Morning Show.
MJ, what's up, buddy?
Hey, all right. Did you know by 8:36 that you were going to have a bad day?
No, I knew by 8:36 I was going to have a great day. We just clocked into work about an hour ago. I've had a couple beers. My buddy's over here smoking one.
Hold on a sec. All right. What did you just say?
I said I just clocked in at about 7:30. I've already had a couple beers, and my buddy's over here smoking one. We're going to have a great day today.
All right, so you clocked that you're at work. You've had 2 beers at work already, and your buddy is smoking a joint at work?
Oh, well, to be more specific, but yes.
Okay, all right. And do you mind me asking what kind of work you do?
Awning work. We do awning work.
Awning work. All right. Thank you, Anonymous. All right. So, I was waiting for them to say, crossing guard or something, school zone crossing guard. All right, one last call on this, then we got to move on. Sheila in Largo. Hey, Sheila, welcome back. Go ahead.
Morning. I knew at 5:36 I was going to have a crappy day.
Why is that?
I woke up and my allergies exploded. Yeah, so I have nice red bloodshot eyes and I'm all stuffed up. So, but I took drugs. Hopefully they'll kick in and work.
I'm sorry to hear that. I hope things get better, okay?
Thank you.
All right, and that brings an end to the 8:36. You already Oh, one other Target story. I meant to lop this on with the previous Target. Do you know that in some stores they are enforcing an underage shopper policy? And there's a young woman that is of age but looks young and got stopped and asked, is your mother with you?
I mean, how else do you enforce the policy? It's like asking for ID, right?
I had no idea this was also a situation. Here, listen to this. This is a Target customer that was asked about her age upon entering a Target store.
I'm at Target right now, and I just got stopped by a security guard before walking in. He was like, I have to ask, how old are you? And I was like, hello? That was like such a weird question to be asked, like walking into Target by a security guard. And this is why.
So she's 24 years old. This woman is 24 and was asked by the Target security guard, how old are you? He was like, I have to ask how old you are. She said it's such a weird question to be asked by a security guard. And then she pans the camera. So she's kind of whispering on that video because she's in the Target and she's recording the video. And then she pans to a sign at Target that reads, all guests under the age of 18 must be accompanied by an adult at this Target store.
Really?
So it's, I guess, not all Target stores, but are these Target stores in, like, problem areas?
Yeah, that's a little odd if you think about it. Like, kids of teenagers and preteens even by themselves at the mall, right?
Yeah, I mean, once you're old enough to drive, you drive to Target, you can't go in.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
That's
You're
weird.
16, 17 years old, you're driving your car home from school or something?
8:47 at the MJ Morning Show as an hour and 20 minutes of non-stop MJ continues for another couple of minutes. And then never miss the 9 o'clock hour, folks. Think of any way possible that you can continue listening to us when you get to work. You can always go to mjmorningshow.com. The upper right-hand corner, there's a red button that says Listen Live. You can listen on your laptop. You can listen on your desktop computer. Just click the Listen Live button, top of the page on mjmorningshow.com, or just listen on the conventional radio on 104.7 FM. You can listen on all of these apps, the iHeart app and the TuneIn app and the Odyssey app. You can listen, or to the Alexa speaker. I mean, there are many ways to continue to listen to us when you get out of the car and get to work, and I highly encourage, because the 9 o'clock hour kicks butt every single day. We don't slack off. We're going to put our crappy material in the 9 o'clock hour because the fewer people are listening. No. Our quality is enormous. Hey, Simone Biles. She apparently tried to get duped in Paris. So Simone Biles, she walked out of Paris with a bunch of additional Olympic gold medals, individuals and team medals and all kinds of stuff. Do you know that some nervy club, some nervy spot in Paris tried to sell Simone Biles a $26,000 bottle of champagne?
Wow. I mean, if you're going to try to pass it off on somebody.
Here comes the stupid American that wins the gold medal. Let's try to sell her a $26,000 bottle of champagne.
Look, let me do it. Let me go, please. Simone, welcome to Chateau. I don't know.
Chateau Ripoff. Chateau Ripoff.
Would you like some champagne?
We also have some $50,000 caviar
Would you like
here.
some champagne with your caviar? All right, so MJ, she posted this, it looks like.
She did.
To her own page.
Yeah.
I know a couple of podcasts might have replayed it, but this is on her TikTok page.
All right, listen to this. Simone Biles, go, play it.
Closing ceremonies at the Olympics, I went, and after that, we went out. You guys, this club tried to charge me $26,000 for a bottle of champagne.
Jeez.
Like, are you insane?
Yeah.
Obviously, I didn't buy it. But why would you even try to play me like that?
Yeah.
Like, that's wild.
Good for her. I mean, what did it say? Like, moron Olympic American on our forehead?
Rich American walking in, celebrating.
Oh, here comes Simone Biles. Let's try to really stick it to her. Hey, Pierre, here comes the gold medal. Dumb American.
Hey, Pepe, you know that she has so much money from her endorsements.
All right, Fester, that's enough. What are you doing?
Now you sound like an
laughing very robustly as a Frenchman.
A robust French laugh right there.
What if Simone Biles walked into a Cajun restaurant in Monroe, Louisiana?
Simone Biles here walking to the Cajun Creole. We're very French in our Creole dialect, you know.
We're gonna sell a $2 bottle of moonshine.
Oh, really? I'll sell you a $2 bottle of moonshine, but I'm gonna sell you a $140 plate of etouffee.
A lot friendlier in Louisiana.
I don't know
as long
about
as you're
that.
a Tigers fan.
I sure don't know about that. Go Tigers.
8:51 at the MJ Morning Show. That's it. Brings to a close an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ. But coming up.
Say it in French.
What?
Coming up.
Coming up, my dumb American listeners. All right, so how do you get arrested at Applebee's? Oh, I'm going to tell you. Yep, I'm going to tell you how to get arrested at Applebee's. This is a great story. An Uber Eats driver is pissed because of a little bait and switch. Get to that coming up in just a matter of moments. Americans are just not doing it. Americans apparently are just not doing it as much. We'll tell you why. Also, beware of the QR code scam. We'll get to that coming up in just a bit. And I'm going to tell you why you got to hire the cake girl. Yeah, I've got a story about a cake that went off the freaking rails. You've got to hear this birthday cake story. All right, we'll get to that coming up. I'm sorry, it's a wedding cake. It's a wedding. There is a wedding cake story that has gone off the rails, and a perfect example on why you got to hire the cake girl. One of our sponsors, the CakeGirl.com. So hang on, we'll get to that here in just a matter of minutes here on the MJ Morning Show. If you need a... It is the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Rick Ocasek, the late great. You know what bothers me? Because I've got a lot of Cars music that pops up on my playlist. You know, when I'm walking around, and I walk up to 30 miles a week, and I listen to a little bit of everything. There's this really cool Crash Detectives podcast for plane crashes I listen to. Listen to Q105.
Okay.
Listen to some streaming stuff, whatever. And I've got a lot of Cars on my playlists because I do like the Cars. So Rick Ocasek passed on a couple of years ago. Do you know that he gave an interview before he died? I can't remember exactly. You could probably find it. But you know that he was kind of bashing his own stuff? That he was kind of suggesting that, I don't know if embarrassed is the right word, but he was kind of suggesting that, the Cars music was kind of dopey and inconsequential and it wasn't really meaningful. But he said something to the effect, Andrew, maybe you can find his exact verbiage, but I disagree with him. I thought the Cars were fantastic, just, great riffs. I thought that they had great melodies, and I thought their hooks were great. I mean, all right, they might not be the deepest of songs, but why does a song have to be deep? But he was kind of trashing his own music, and it was a short time, I thought, before he passed away, and it was kind of like he was criticizing his own career and life's work, and I'm like, I kind of felt bad, and I wanted to just call up Rick or go to the graveyard and just maybe talk to his graves and just say
you were compelled to do that.
Like, Rick, come on, stop being so hard on yourself, man. I love the Cars music. Shake it up. Uh-oh, it's magic. I mean, you might think I'm foolish. I mean, all the good Cars stuff.
Yeah. And I mean, it's just prototypical 80s music. It fits the genre. It's perfect. Yeah. I think there are a lot of artists, whether they're musicians or, actors who don't like their work in hindsight. They're like, oh, I hated that movie. I'm embarrassed of how it feels cheesy or just feels not as good as what they have elevated themselves to.
There you go. It looks like he says that Ocasek was embarrassed by the simplicity of his later work, like Shake It Up.
Well, I wouldn't call that later work. Shake It Up is like 1980 or something.
That's what it says.
Shake It Up. Yeah, that's later work.
There's a Rolling Stones article about the mystery of Ocasek.
There we go. All right, so when was the article from? 2019?
Might have been right after his passing.
When did he die?
In 19.
So he did die in 2019?
Yes.
Can't believe it. Rick Ocasek is dead. I even like some of his solo stuff. Like, hey, Andrew, do you remember Emotion in Motion? That was
the song, the title.
Emotion in Motion. That was one of his solo songs. I've got that on my playlist. I like Rick Ocasek. Oh, Andrew, speaking of Andrew, our producer, we never did a follow-up on his jury duty on Monday. I mean, Monday was a hellscape around here.
I don't even where is Monday? It feels like it was a week ago.
Monday was just a disaster. We lost over a third of the morning show. We were off the air from 5:33 in the morning, so a full 27 minutes before we started the show at 6. We were off the air. So 6 o'clock comes around and nothing on Q105. We're off the air. We didn't come back on the air until 7:20 a.m., which is just a disaster. I mean, I was fit to be tied. And then on top of that, Andrew had to leave at 7 because he had jury duty, and we had a fill-in. But our fill-in was third on the bench because the first two couldn't do it.
I will say our third option did fantastic.
Did a fine job.
Yeah.
Absolutely. What was it? Sheila Ray? What's her name?
I forget.
Sue Haley. Sue Haley.
Yes.
So she did a wonderful job.
Yes.
So, great job. But Andrew had jury duty, and I told Andrew the week before, listen, your jury summons says you're 1011. Come on, there's no way you're going to be called. And, of course, you call the Hillsborough County Juror Information Line, or you go to the website the night before you're supposed to be called for jury duty, and it tells you what juror numbers need to show up. For instance, what was somebody, was it, I'm trying to remember who it was. It might have been Michelle. Was somebody, it was like in the last 6 months. And the juror number was like 646 or something. And I said, oh, that's really high. Do you remember who it was on that particular one?
I don't, but I just know the week before they only took through 300.
Yeah. So this is bizarre. So in the last year, I, for whatever reason, I just can't remember.
Okay.
But I knew somebody that had jury duty, and their number was like 646 or something. And they called up the night before, and it's like, we're only taking jurors 1 through 400. If your number is above 400, you do not need to report. So Andrew has juror number 1011. He's juror 1011. It's like the Lockheed L-1011, man. I'm telling you, a fine tri-jet aircraft, primarily produced from 1972 to 1984, and a wonderful airplane. Just talk to the pilots who used to fly that thing. But anyway, Andrew is juror number Lockheed L-1011. He's 1011. I'm like, he'll never get called. Andrew calls the line. It's like, no jurors are excused this past Monday. All jurors must report. I'm like, holy frig-a-moly. So Andrew, our producer, leaves the show at 7 o'clock while we're still off the air. And Andrew, you sat there for how long?
Sat there from 8 a.m. until a little after 3.
My God.
And then what?
Then I went home.
Then they excused you, correct?
Yep.
Yeah. Listen, I'm not poo-pooing jury duty. I believe in supporting your community and performing your civic duty if you're called for jury duty, as Andrew was. And I was the one that said, Andrew, you got to do it. Listen, you got to go. You were called for jury duty. You got to do it.
And then you wouldn't let me go.
What?
You kept trying to talk to him as he's trying to run out.
Because, you're 10-11, you could have waited, you could have been an hour late and you would have been fine. I mean,
no, you still have to check in there by a time.
No, you just show up.
No, you do not do that.
I did it. Well, I showed up after the morning show. All right, folks, listen to this.
I would not risk that.
All right, I was
risk jail.
Well, listen to this. I was last called for jury duty in 1996.
They got smart.
I don't know what the hell's going on, but I have not been called for jury duty in 28 years. The last time was 1996. And I think the jury duty call was 8 a.m. I showed up at like 10:20. I finished the MJ morning. It was MJ and BJ back then. I finished the MJ and BJ show. I quickly got in the car. I drove downtown, went right up the Crosstown Expressway, right to downtown Tampa. I checked in like at 10:20 or 10:25, and I was fine. And I was excused within like 40 minutes. And it was no issue. I checked in late, but hey, I was there. But here's the weird thing. I have not been called since then. So I don't know what it is. I don't know. Like there's a jury duty. You know what that is? That's a force field. All right. There's like a jury duty force field around me now that I'm like impervious. I'm like impenetrable. What is going? Hey, I dare you, call me for jury duty. Why haven't I been called for jury duty?
It's been a long time.
In 28 years. It's weird.
So how do they pick who they call for jury duty? Do you have to be registered to vote? Do you have to be a homeowner?
It's driver's licenses.
It's IQ's under 107 is what I'm told. No, I'm kidding. I'm joking.
We don't want anybody too smart on this jury now.
I'm joking. I believe it's the voter rolls. Andrew, what are you saying?
Driver's license.
So if you have a driver's license, you're eligible for jury duty.
Yes.
All right. So are you sure about that?
Very.
All right. So
he was just there.
If you have a driver license in the state of Florida, then you're eligible. And guess what? Oh, you know what? My driver's license has been suspended since 1999.
That's why they haven't called you.
Yeah, no, I'm kidding. I'm joking. I have a valid driver's license.
Oh, thank you.
Or
for
I'm sorry,
clarifying.
in Florida, I have a valid
a
driver license.
Both are acceptable. You don't have to point it out every time.
All right.
I have never been called for jury duty.
Are you serious?
Never.
Really?
In my whole life. I've
Oh,
never
come
been
on,
called
really?
I swear, never, not once, ever called for jury duty. I check my mail every day.
So how does that happen?
I've never been called.
That is weird.
Yeah. I mean, maybe there's like a weight limit.
But I know people that have been called 3 times when I haven't been called again. How does that happen?
Does your license have the weight on it? There might be something to my weight limit theory.
What?
Does it have my weight? Hold on.
What does it say? 352 or something?
Can't even see. What's a Height?
Oh, wait a sec. Let me see your. Oh, yeah. On Fester's driver license, on weight, it says boom, ba, ba, boom, ba, ba, boom. No, there's no weight. It's just height.
It says height, but no weight.
It's height,
That'd
but
be
no
funny.
weight.
The state of Florida starts putting weights on driver's licenses. That'd be great.
Well, what are you too heavy? You're going to collapse like the floor in the courthouse? What's
Your Honor, the seats only carry 250. We can't have this fat ass in here.
All right. So Americans, I guess, are just not doing it as much.
Ooh.
The U.S. birth rate has hit a new low, or they're doing it, but they're using preventive measures, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So recent data from the National Center for Health Statistics at the CDC, that's the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, reveal that only 54.5 births for every 1,000 females aged 15 to 44 last year in 2023 is the lowest figure on record and 3% down from the previous year, 2022's birth rate.
So does that mean that people are doing it less, or does it mean they're desiring to have children less and taking precautions, or probably a combination of both?
So, I just kind of suggested that. I'm like, are they doing it the same and just using preventive measures?
Yeah, I've seen a study that recently the age of first-time mothers has increased over the last 15 or 20 years.
Many moms are getting older when they decide to have a kid. But
that's me.
That's dramatic that this is the lowest birth rate on record.
Okay.
That's I think that's a little concerning, and obviously we need to have a laddered, staggered population to obviously fulfill the needs of society, military service, et cetera,
You think when people are concerned about, what's going to happen with the economy, then they're like, maybe we'll hold off on that
You know
kid.
what? That is a thing. That people, if they are concerned, and there are a lot of indicators. The stock market, took that big dump, and then the stock market came roaring back. But a lot of people, I know folks in business that are saying that the indicators are there that we're in for a bumpy ride. So the stock market's not always reflective, but a lot of the indications are when consumers pull back on certain things. That's like a harbinger. It's like a canary in the coal mine.
I think like yesterday or day before, Lowe's released lower earnings because people aren't undertaking big projects at their house.
Guess Home Depot. Are you thinking Lowe's or Home Depot?
I thought I heard when I was listening to NPR Business Report. I thought they said
you
Lowe's.
and your damn NPR.
Yeah, right.
It's good information.
You're listening to NPR. Hi, I'm MJ, and you are
Terry Gross.
You're Fester, dude. You got to do.
I'm not gonna mock NPR. I love NPR.
Really, you mock everybody, but NPR is off limits, huh?
Exactly. Roxanne's 100% right. You mock everything.
NPR is fantastic.
Jeez, what is up with you and NPR?
We are trying to get people to tune out of us and go to that snooze fest.
Jeez, I won't say anything bad about
them. If you want to nap,
you know what?
If you want to nap during
is that Terry Gross? They were mocking her. Remember the old Saturday Night Live bit?
Yeah.
They were mocking her, I think, years ago. But is she still on?
Yes.
Okay.
Terry Gross is the best interviewer in the history of broadcast radio.
Oh my God!
Yes. What is wrong? Why are you up NPR's ass? What is going on here?
It's fantastic radio.
You know what? I want Terry Gross to start doing gross things on NPR. I want her to do like live snot rockets. I'm Terry Gross. Here's a live snot rocket. I'm Terry Gross. I'm gonna be totally gross. I'm gonna rip one right now. I'm Terry Gross. I'm Terry Gross on NPR.
Today I'm going to Dutch oven myself. It's so awful.
I'm gonna be totally gross. I'm Terry Gross on NPR.
She is the best.
I think we just found Esther's Achilles heel.
I'm Terry Gross on NPR. I've been drinking vodka since 6 a.m. and
watch your mouth. Terry Gross is fantastic.
Look at him. He's like all soft about it. He's not even aggressive about it.
What is up
He's
with
like,
you?
I mean, lovey-dovey about it.
I'd be lovey-dovey with Terry Gross.
Oh, wow.
Can I get back to Applebee's?
We were talking about how to get arrested at Applebee's.
How to get arrested at Applebee's.
Okay, did I miss something? Because I had a little story related to inflationary times, or does that relate to Applebee's?
I don't know.
Well, a lot of and this is another indicator.
Yeah.
A lot of the kind of mid-level restaurants are having sales issues
Okay,
right now.
that's what I wanted to say.
And that's sort of a warning symbol for the economy that a lot of businesses that cater to middle America are having difficulty, which seems to be an indicator that economically we might be in for some hard times.
Okay, I have to tell you, we go out to eat once during the work week. Every week, that's our little family treat, right? And Doug and I were trying to think of where we wanted to go to eat, and we've had bad experiences. We're not complainer type people at all. We're going through the list of our usual route of places, and we're like, no, remember how bad that was? That the service was so
Come on,
slow.
name names.
I'm not going to name
on.
names. And then we're like, and then the place, that we ate at recently, I was like, remember that salad? It just didn't taste like anything. The walnuts tasted like dirt because walnuts are so expensive now.
They
They're
replace it with dirt?
probably buying just dirt, like and shaping them like walnuts.
We've replaced the actual real walnuts with walnut dirt.
So
we get the dirt at the base of the walnut tree, and we form them like little irregular pieces of asteroid-like walnuts, but it's really made from dirt. Let's see if Roxanne and Doug can find the difference.
Excuse me, I cannot have the walnut salad because I have a nut allergy.
Well, that's okay.
Don't
It's
worry,
made out of dirt.
It's made out of
okay,
dirt.
great.
My point is, yes, people are pulling back, but I would have to say there are some places that are skimping on quality because they are trying to save money as well.
Well, listen, portion sizes have gone down dramatically, and prices have gone up. So I'm not a big fan of that.
Not at the Golden Corral.
All right, so here's the teaser. When we get back, it's the final chunk of the MJ Morning Show. In minutes, how to get arrested at Applebee's.
Yeah, we fancy like Applebee's on a date night. Got that Bourbon Street steak with the Oreo shake.
All right, so how to get arrested at Applebee's and more. Oh, I got to tell you the horrific wedding cake story. These folks should have hired the cake girl. That's all I'm saying. And they wouldn't have a wedding cake nightmare. You got to hear this. We got a lot we're going to jam into the final segment of the MJ Morning Show next here on Q105, 104.7 FM. Don't move. Best bumper music all summer long here on Q105. Yeah. Hey, name this, Roxanne. Do you know what this music's from?
Yeah. Wait, hold on. My headset isn't working. Yeah, of course. Okay, there it is. Top Gun.
Yeah, this is the that like Top Gun anthem thing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, final chunk of the MJ Morning Show. It is 9:31 here on Q105. Hey, I gotta get out of here pretty quickly. I got a little family outing for the early part of the day today. Guess where I'm headed?
Where?
Well, it's not really my genre. Michelle was all scared to death and clinging to me last night when we went to bed because I put on the original 1979 because she wanted to kind of. Julian has taken us to the movies after the show today. So if I put on the original 1979 and Michelle was all scared and.
Was it like a poltergeist movie or a horror movie? I don't know.
What was the number one movie at the box office last weekend?
The Alien movie.
Yes.
Okay.
It's the new incarnation of Alien.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
So after the show, Michelle, Julian, and we're going to see the new Alien. So I will not be available for several hours after. I got to get right out of here today. So they're all excited, And Michelle had not seen any of the Alien movies. So last night, we've got Hulu, we've got Disney Plus, and Hulu's now on Disney Plus. And hey, didn't cost me a dime. Yeah, Alien, the original 1979, that was free on Hulu. So put that on with Michelle watching right next to me in the living room last night. And I'd look over to her, and she's like covering her eyes, and the alien thing that came out and looked like a worm head, and she was all excited about that. Oh, she was terrified.
So you're seeing the Alien movie? Is it the Romulus movie?
Yeah, that's what it is. It's Alien Romulus.
It looks like it has all pretty good reviews from the headlines I'm reading.
Does.
Yeah, hold on. Go back to that one right there.
This one's from Rolling Stone.
Yeah, go back to that. Alien Romulus is an amusement park ride based on a movie. What is that? Is that a compliment or is that a slam?
I think if you call it an amusement park ride, it's pretty exciting.
Hang on.
Right?
This latest addition to the enduring horror sci-fi franchise uses the 1979 classic as a back-to-basics touchstone and ends up coming off more like an overly reverent tribute. Oh, I don't know. That doesn't. Rolling Stone. Hey, Andrew, what is Rotten Tomatoes on this thing?
The tomato meter gives it an 81. The audience scored 86.
What are you, 90? You're like,
I'm Andrew.
You
You're
caught
right?
him halfway through, like he was,
All right.
something caught his
An
throat.
81 and 86. Those are good numbers.
Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah,
The
so
San Francisco Chronicle.
Right.
You don't see this one in the commercials.
Right.
Alien Romulus is boring sci-fi tied to a dead concept movie.
Oh, yay. That's what I'm going to see right after the show with Michelle and Julian. Man, that gets me revved up. I'm all pumped now for that $20 Sprite and that $47 bucket of popcorn.
Did you buy your tickets yet?
Yeah, they bought some seats. Hey, when they booked the seats, there was nothing else sold in the theater. This could be a private viewing for us.
Who the hell wants to see a horror movie or a sci-fi horror movie at like 10:45 on a Wednesday?
11 a.m. in the morning on a Wednesday. Exactly. All right, back to Applebee's.
Yeah, we fancy like Applebee's on a date night. Got that Bourbon Street steak with the Oreo shake.
All right, here's the deal. How do you get arrested at Applebee's?
I mean, you punch the bartender.
Nope, that's not what I'm thinking.
Back up the toilets.
Nah, I think more food related.
You try to
steal,
choke someone with
No.
I don't know,
Bourbon Street steak.
Yeah.
And the Oreo shake.
I was thinking with a chicken wing or something, but you'd have to jam it down their throat.
No. Oh, Andrew, nope, not a food fight.
Would you steal somebody else's order?
No, it's food related in the sense that when you order an all-you-can-eat, you can't share it with the entire table and then get into a fight with the Applebee's management where they call you out on it. That's how you get arrested at Applebee's.
So someone had the you know what to sit down and be like, yeah, just one all you can eat, just one. That's all we need. There's 10 people at this table.
Then the whole table gets in on the all-you-can-eat. Applebee's customer was tossed in jail, causing a disturbance at an Applebee's.
Oh, no.
She and her group attempted to, redefine the rules of all-you-can-eat as she tried to deal out the all-you-can-eat to the entire table when it was just for her. Shawnisha Cobbs, 28 years old.
She sounds lovely.
Was dining at the fabulous Applebee's establishment in Portage, Indiana.
Yeah, we fancy like Applebee's on a date night. That's a Bourbon Street steak with the Oreo shake.
So she was there in early August.
What did they have that was all you could eat?
Well, the misunderstanding kind of got just way out of control, according to the police report. So officers were called at about 8:38 p.m. to reports of a verbal disturbance inside the Applebee's. The 911 dispatchers warned the cops ahead of time that there were multiple females screaming and threatening people. All right. 911, what's your emergency? Hi, this is Seth. I'm the assistant manager at the Applebee's. We've got a problem. It's an all-you-can-eat problem. All right. So the cops show up.
I would love to have been there that night for this show.
Cobbs and her group, including 2 other adults and several kids, told the police they ordered just one all-you-can-eat special to share with their table. The discount, which included endless boneless wings, riblets, double crunch shrimp, and fries for just $15.99, was announced just a couple of days earlier. So apparently Shawnisha, she heard about this all you can. I mean,
take advantage.
How do you make money on $15.99 for all you can eat boneless wings and riblets and shrimp?
It's a numbers game, man.
Yeah, maybe Applebee's needs to get on the phone with Mr. Red Lobster and see how that worked out. All right, so they show up, they order one all you can eat. The Applebee's manager told the group that every person would have to pay for one serving. I mean, whoever wants the all-you-can-eat deal, each one has to pay $15.99. In what freaking world do you think you can order all-you-can-eat and share it with 7 people at the table? In what freaking world are you in where you think you can do this? Well, guess what? Shawnisha thought that was part of her universe.
I mean, does it say per person on the big sign?
So here's what happens. Shawnisha orders one $15.99 all-you-can-eat boneless wings, riblets, double crunch shrimp, and fries. She orders one. The whole table is eating this stuff, and they're just getting refill after refill.
Keep it coming.
Guess what? The bill comes, and they charge everybody $15.99, and that's when all hell breaks loose. Shawnisha says, nuh-uh. So apparently it just turned into a verbal altercation, and before you know it, I think chairs were flying.
The folks at Applebee's might not have known that she meant to order one because they kept bringing it out for everybody.
This had nothing to do with the...
Yeah, we fancy like Applebee's on a date night
with the Bourbon Street steak and the Oreo shake. Yeah, nothing. They didn't order that. They ordered this all-you-can-eat platter. So the manager and Cobbs' group, they started fighting. They claimed that the manager became unprofessional. They also argued that the menu did not specify the deal was per person. Oh, come on.
That's a good point.
Oh, get out of here.
I have to see the menu.
Get the bleep out of here.
I mean,
you order all you can eat a special. It's not for other people. That is a known fact. If you don't know that, you're a moron.
She might be a moron who's getting off on a technicality.
There's no technicality. Yes, Andrew, why are you shaking your head?
I'm agreeing with Fester on this.
What?
I got to see the sign. I got to see where it says per person. If
they're
says
taking advantage of this.
Applebee's $15.99 all you can eat, period.
Dude, that is just a known quantity.
Or not.
You have an all you can eat. It's for you and you only. It's one special per person. If you've got 4 people at the table that want to do the all you can eat whatever, each one has to buy the all you can eat.
Dude, I bet you the best defense attorney in Portage, Indiana can get her off the hook. And probably get her a sweet ass gift card.
MJ, is it any surprise to you that Fester thinks this is okay?
I think it's possible. I don't think it's okay, but there might be an opportunity for technicality. Roxanne, do you want to go to Applebee's with me after the show? My treat.
We're overdue for some lunch, right?
You know what? I'm going to have Fester memorialized in song. I'm going to get a hold of Magic Mark, our parody guy.
Oh, great.
I'm going to have him take Tom Petty's Free Falling. Freeloading, Fester's freeloading.
Dude.
Freeloading.
I read an article last week about the death of the freeloader. How all these places are cracking down on freeloading, which seems really un-American.
Yeah,
so
awful to you.
The cops. So the story goes on. So the cops show up at Applebee's, and the cops are like, "What smells good? Is that the Bourbon Street steak with the Oreo shake?" All right. So the cops show up, and the officers were showed the menu. The disgruntled customer hands the menu to the cops, and the officers say, "Oh, it says per person." Duh, in bold letters. The menu said $15.99 for the all-you-can-eat boneless wings, the riblets, the French fries, the double crunch shrimp. It's $15.99 per person. So the cops point this out on the menu in bold letters. under the all-you-can-eat, per person, all-you-can-eat. As police tried to calm Shawnisha down and the rest of the group, she pointed to a couple leaving the restaurant and claimed that they had exchanged words with them earlier, too. But she's trying to drag other folks in. The two groups started fighting again. Cobbs became very loud and disorderly. And guess what? Another person in her group tried to quiet her down, was unable to. After multiple warnings, the Portage, Indiana police, they hooked her up. Hands behind your back, you're under arrest. They arrested Shawnisha.
All right.
At the Applebee's.
I'm at the Applebee's website. Big letters.
Yes.
All you can eat is back. All you can eat special is back at Applebee's. Boneless wings, riblets, double crunch shrimp, $15.99. And then wait, at the bottom.
Dine-in only. No to-go orders for limited time. Price and participation varies. No substitutions. Offer valid per person, per order. No sharing.
And they use the microscopic font.
Get it, dude. Come on. It's a known rule.
Man, I'm getting hungry.
Hey, I already whipped up a little lines, couple lines to free. What did you call it? Free what?
Free load.
Free load. I already,
Hey, can I get Tom Petty's free falling? I got a couple of lines too. I want to see. I want to see if your first line
now
is my first line.
I stay true to this I like to stay true to the lyrics. I even like to rhyme with the same rhymes that Tom chose.
All right, here we go. All right, let me go with my first line first, and then I want to see if you've got, you know what. Here we go. You ready? All right, here. It's Fester freeloading. He's a fat boy, loves his chicken,
Okay.
loves riblets, double shrimp too. She's a
Nice.
So I want you to know, because of how well I think I know you, I wrote down the first lyric that I thought you would sing.
Which was what?
And I wrote down, he's a fat man living in Tampa. Because remember you're living in Reseda? All right.
He's a fat man living in Tampa.
Loves chicken.
All right, so Roxanne, you have...
and mine stays true to Tom Petty's rhymes.
Here we go. All right. Here we go. Fester freeloader.
He's a large man, loves his drama, loves buffets and scam-a-lambs too.
Yeah.
He's a large man with a wide pelvis. Loves packets. It rhymed. Packets of Splenda and creamers too.
Yes.
Right?
You know what? I'll tell you, Rox, you got the wide pelvis part right. Hey.
Go to the hook. Andrew, go right to the hook, all right?
He's a free.
Here we go. All right, here we go. All right. Freeloading.
MJ, I challenge you.
Yeah.
I challenge you to an Applebee's all-you-can-eat buffet eat-off. You and I, $15.99, double crunch shrimp.
Boneless wings.
You pick any one of the three.
French fries and riblets.
I'm not going to waste my money on the fries. I'm going to go for the meat.
Yeah, you go for the expensive stuff.
Fries are filler, baby.
Listen, you don't fill up on bread.
Come on.
You know, listen, absolutely. I think that's it. I got so much stuff we didn't get to. So that means we're going to be loaded tomorrow here on the MJ Morning Show. I didn't get to the arts and crafts. I didn't get to the airport. I mean, I got the wedding. I got to do the wedding cake quickly.
Okay.
All right. So in the final moments here, I mentioned this, that if this couple had just hired the cake girl for their wedding cake, they would not have had this problem. A bride was left horrified after her dream wedding cake turned out to look like swamp matter. A hideous Shrek green cake that looked like a 4-year-old made it. Oh, my God. So, this went south. Casey Liming, 44, had enlisted a wedding networker to find a baker to bake up an elegant wedding cake. The bride from Indiana, man. We got a lot of Indiana crap here.
Hot day for Indiana.
Shows a simple but gorgeous white sponge with raspberry filling, complete with a delicate amount of white frosting on the outside. Despite wanting a rustic-looking cake, they even, I guess, had inspirational pictures to the networker to pass this along to the cake maker. They were horrified when the white wedding cake turned out to be more swamp than chic. It apparently was this disgusting green. The inside was like this nasty, like swamp decaying green matter. It's oh my God. Folks, this is a perfect reason why you want the cake girl.
Yeah, she's not going to design your cakes to look like, a pool that's under construction with all the green muck in it.
We got to roll, folks. It is 9:48 at the MJ Morning Show. Have a phenomenal Wednesday. I'm going right now to a family outing to Alien Romulus.
Have fun.
Oh my God! I'm gonna have to like shackle Michelle to prevent her from buying the $12 cherry Coke and the $17 bucket of popcorn.
Smuggle it in.
Yeah.
Take it from me, the freeloader.
Yeah, freeloading, baby. And have a great Wednesday, folks. We'll see you back here tomorrow on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. And hey, let's be careful out there.